Hello, everyone. Make sure to like, share, and follow. We have a special co host tonight.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Hello, hello. So, what are we talking about tonight? We are talking about channeling, after effects, what can happen, proper protection. You name it, we're talking about it. So, let's bring up our guest for tonight, Donna. Welcome, Donna, to the show.
Welcome to my new show, Donna.
For real,
What's up,
man.
Brian? So yeah, like Miss Kimmy said, we're going to be talking about how important it is when you are channeling, whether it be investigating, whether it be doing cold cases as a medium, as an investigator, um, all that stuff. Kind of how important it is to protect yourself, but also how even if you do protect
What's up,
yourself, things
Anthony?
just happen. Because there are spirits that you're messing with, right? So you're talking to spirits, you're channeling with spirits, and you just never know. I mean, you can. It to me, in my personal opinion, I think it really depends on the spirit that you're channeling and you're talking to, right? Some spirits are strong enough to where you can get bruised, you can get hurt, and no matter how much protection you put up, no matter how much um, white light guides, sage, no matter how much you put out there, if a spirit wants to show you something, they're going to show you something.
Right.
Yep,
That's what I
ab-
truly believe in.
absolutely.
So Miss Mystic, how long have you first? For those who don't know, most of y'all do know because this is her show. For those who don't know, um, how long have you been doing cold cases?
About 4 years.
Nice, nice. And what got you into cold casing?
Somebody gave me. I mean, I used to read pictures back in the day. Instead of reading cards, I read pictures. And then I saw something, and I said, "Oh, I want to do that. I'd love to do that." And somebody gave me the opportunity. I took it, and I nailed it. So I've done it ever since.
She's amazing at what she does, you guys. If y'all haven't already, check her out. She does cold cases. She helps out. She nailed it on the bud this last time. I actually got her involved with the cold case that happened here in San Antonio. Um, it was this Savannah Soto girl and her boyfriend, and she was pregnant, and she had been missing for a while. So I took the case over to Lady Mystic, and I was like, "Hey Donna, could you help me out? Like I want to know what's going on." And let me tell y'all, she has nailed it to the T. And remind you guys, this case is in San Antonio. It's miles and miles and miles away from Lady Mystic. And she
Hmm.
nailed every single detail to the T. So she is amazing at what she does. Amazing.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we have any questions?
When you channel these cases, does it like, do you put yourself there, or are you viewing it as if you're the victim itself? Like, does all that work?
No, I actually all I get is a picture. That's it. No name, no nothing, just a picture.
Work
I
on
read
us.
eyes. I read the iris of the eyes on both, and then I read around the eyes. Diamond. And then after I study the eyes, I close my eyes and I just relax. And it's almost like going into meditation, but I go into a channel and I see exactly what happened to them at the time, um, from beginning to end. I go in and I see exactly what happened all the way up.
It's kind of like you're the viewer watching like a
I'm watching.
movie.
I'm watching like a movie. Yeah. Sometimes
Wow.
it's clips. Sometimes it's like a movie. It all depends. And I contact spirit. So
Okay.
it's like I channel, remote view, and contact spirit.
Nice.
But you're also an empath on top of all that, right? So you're actually not only
Yeah.
viewing it, but you're getting like sadness
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
pain or whatever it is, right?
I'm an empath, psychic medium, clairvoyant, etc.
So basically, you are like the deceased person. You feel them, you see them, you take on their hurt, their pain, their sorrow, and on top of that, not only that, but you can actually see where they're at. So
Uh-huh.
let's say someone was missing and they're, like they were sadly killed and murdered and their body was dumped in a field. You can actually remote to that location of where the deceased person is and get coordinates and like get trees. Oh, they're by this boulder, they're by this bush, to like tell the police officers exactly where they're at, correct?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
must be hard. Because I mean, some of the
Imagine.
cases out there are, ooh, they're tough.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know how I do it, but I
I'm gonna
just
take a couple minutes and
close
share
my
out.
eyes and channel. And like the case in Texas, I didn't work on that case for that long.
right.
It was like maybe 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
25 minutes, 20 minutes. And right away, it took me to trees. It looked like walkways in these trees. And then it kept showing me, well, first it showed me their house.
Right.
Then it showed me these trees and these walkways. Then it kept showing me another house in place, but it wasn't theirs. And then it would show me the trees, and then it kept showing me the house in place. So it was kind of jumping back and forth.
Right.
And while I was in there, also, it kept like I was like going up and down, like I felt like I was bumping, like either somebody was in a car and hitting bumps or something to that effect. And then I kept hearing, I knew there was three, possibly four. I saw three cars. And one of them I kept hearing border, border. Like soon as the situation was, they finished whatever they did, which was awful, that person hit the border
Right.
and the others stood and finished.
Wow.
So they think the case is done from what I saw, but
Yep.
no, somebody hit that border because I kept hearing it over and over again. And it was, I want to say, another guy, a little taller than the one with the long hair,
Wow.
that didn't have long hair like that.
Okay.
And he shot for the border.
Wow.
And that's when Johnny told me the border was only like not even
It's literally, let's see,
right there.
Laredo. Yeah. Because the border is right on the other side of Laredo, and Laredo is like, I don't know, 3-4 hours maybe from San Antonio.
Yeah. He
Oh
said it
wow.
wasn't far at
No,
all.
not at all.
And that's all
Not
I
at all.
kept hearing with the one was border, border, border. So
That's crazy.
Well, I
Wow.
even think later
um,
on one of those newscasts they even said something about one of the suspects might be over the border too,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
see, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. When they were
Yes.
trying to find. So for those who don't know, she's talking about the Savannah Soto and Matthew Yetta case. She right off the bat, I had told her, hey, maybe you can tap into this, see what's going on. she immediately said that there was 3 cars. Well, for those who've been keeping up with the case, which most of the locals here in Texas have, I'm from Texas. Savannah and Matthew were seen getting into a Chrysler the day that they went missing. And after they passed, there was a ring door video footage that was released to the public because the San Antonio Police Department needed help identifying these drivers. It was 2 cars, and it was a black car and a silver car.
And I said the 2 colors.
And she said the colors.
Wow.
And so she also had mentioned that there was 4 subjects involved, or 4 suspects involved. Well, it ended up being these 2 gentlemen, a father and son duo, and then just like a day ago or 2 days ago, they arrested the mom. Because it was the
What?
mom. Yeah, it was the mom's gun that they used in the murder. And if you watch the video where the 2 cars are, if you look very closely at the truck, it looks like someone is tossing a rag to the dad. And then the dad gets the rag, bends over into the car, maybe wiping something down, maybe retrieving the gun. We don't know. And then he gets in the truck and they both leave. And so that's when they traced it back to the mom. They took the mom in for questioning. It came out, lo and behold, that she was tampering with evidence. It was her gun. And so now she's in jail as well.
Yep.
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
that case is it was something. And like I said, I've never once doubted Lady Mystic and Donna in her gifts ever, because after I saw that case, I was like, wow, like she nailed everything to the T. And then I got her on this case, and I was like, man, like this is awesome. This is super duper awesome.
She kills me sometimes. Yeah,
she blew me away. I was like, man, that was crazy.
I've known her for like 6-something years, and she still blows me away with stuff, and I'm just like, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
So,
Hey, Gary.
Donna, that must take a real toll on you sometimes, though, right? Like, do you ever get like drained or
Yeah.
like?
Hey, Barb.
Wow.
Depending how long I work it. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome, man.
Now that Soto case, I only worked 20 minutes, and I got all that.
Yeah.
But I still say there's another guy, and I saw another car.
Okay.
And I want to say it was another lightish car. I want to say white.
Wow. So if you also look into that, I think it was his mom, or it might have been Savannah's mom. Someone's mom had said that they were involved with a lot of narcotic selling and a lot of illegal stuff. For all we know, I mean, it could have. I mean, the cops even said that it was a drug deal gone wrong. They think that that guy. I don't even know his name, but the one who killed them, he said that he met up with them for an exchange, and supposedly he's saying
Can
that
we go out and come back in and see if that helps?
he was saying that supposedly, no, you're good. Matthew pulled a gun on him, and as they were fighting for the gun went off and shot Savannah, and then they were fighting for the gun again, and then the gun went off and killed Matthew.
That's a little weird because I don't buy that. There was too many involved.
Hey, Joanne.
That's too premeditated to me.
But I mean, it doesn't add up at all either, because if you go back, because sadly the day that they were discovered, they had the cops, they had everyone out there, and you can zoom into where the car is, and people were taking pictures and posting it online. You can actually see a bullet hole in the like the front glass of the car. Now you're telling me you're fighting with this person and the gun went off. How did that bullet hole get there?
Yeah.
It just does not add up.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, it was.
Wow.
And you can see, and when I was when I was channeling and I'm looking in these trees, it was like it kept turning me around, and then there's this housing, and then I'm in the trees, and then I'm turning around, and there's this housing, And then I saw that fence, that 6-foot fence. But they showed me another fence, but it was lower. So I don't know where that is in that woods, but it's there.
Right.
And then when that all came out with the news, I'm like, oh my God, look at the fence, look at the woods behind the fence. If the cops are smart, get in those woods and you're going to see exactly where this all took place. And they never did.
No.
Wow.
And it's crazy because she said that she saw 2 different apartment complex, well, or the 2 different buildings. So I'm thinking the first one she channeled was their apartment, and the second
Yep.
one was actually where they were found, because they were found in an apartment complex in the parking lot, like in the back side of the parking lot. They
Yep.
were found deceased in the car. Savannah was in the passenger side with a car seat on her lap, I guess protecting the baby. And Matthew was found in the back seat laying down. There's rumors that he had his pants down. There's some people were saying that didn't happen. We don't know about that. All we know is they were both found deceased in the car. I mean, so she said she felt like bumps, like someone was in the car.
Oh, and I felt the gunshots. I felt the head.
Right. And that's crazy because that's where they were shot. They were shot in the head.
Yep. I felt that.
Wow.
And then she said she felt like bumps. For all we know, she could have been feeling Matthew riding in the backseat of the car.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So after you channel into these cases, what do you do to like, I guess, kind of clear your mind and like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like separate you from the case. What do you do?
I cleanse myself. You know, I try to clear my mind. I try to cleanse myself, cleanse my house, like, you know, of everything and everything, you know, usual.
So what
Like
do you
everything.
use for people who are
I-
not mediums or psychics or like us?
I use Palo Santo.
Okay.
I always use Palo Santo.
So is channeling dangerous? Like how bad can it get? Like, is it a like, can you get attachments? Can you get stuff happen to you? Like,
Well, a couple of years back, I was on another team. And I was working it, and I was working this case. And I'm walking out my bathroom, and I had a friend on the phone, and I said, well, hold on, I need to go to the bathroom. So I sat the phone up, but it was facing that way. I didn't realize Diamond. I'm sorry.
yeah.
So it's facing that way, and Diamond always follows me everywhere. So I'm coming out the bathroom, and by the corner of my eye, and I'm looking at Diamond saying, come on, come on. I literally see as if somebody took their foot and kicked my dog's back legs out from underneath her. And I got angry and I said, whoa, you come at me, that's one thing. You will not come at my dog. She is innocent. I mean, that's like my baby. No. Now, my friend that was on the phone, when she heard me and I was angry, she right away took pictures. And my grandfather clock is right outside the bathroom, and then right here, the TV. It's like right in between. So she said, Donna, you want to see this? You want to see this? So she took these pictures. I looked. It was in my clock, and I couldn't make it out. It was like all combobbled, but I knew it was something. So I said, okay. And usually I always use sea salt, whether it's white, the pink, whatever. This time I used house salt because I was throwing it at my very expensive grandfather clock. So I got a big bowl of salt and I took pinches of it and I kept whipping it at the clock. And I kept saying the Our Father over and over and over. And it drained it. I can feel my body getting drained as I'm doing it. As I'm saying the words, like I could feel it. And the words, I'm trying to push them out. And I did. Because every time I said it, it was with intent. That's the biggest thing when you do this is intent. And after I did that, I took pictures again of the clock. Now, this case that I worked on, the pictures came very clear. And it was the guy and his sister. Now, she's alive. She, at the time, in jail. She's probably out now, 24. But she was into black magic. The brother that did the murders was killed. So, obviously got in my energy and came. So that was the first one from my book, doing these cases. So right away, I called the team. They came on, and I had to get rid of her one way and then get rid of him another way.
What?
And that was done.
Okay, so how does a
So then
person in jail who's still alive come into your house? Like, how does...
black magic.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Hey, Georgie.
that was that one. And then I forgot how I got onto that one. You were saying about channeling.
About being dangerous, like how dangerous can it be, or like...
So you have to be careful what you're doing and the cases you work in. And then, so now I just did another case. I've done a lot of cases, very horrific cases, all different. Just missing cases, like they're all different. I just did one. And it was very horrific. Now, on the type of, there's a lot of psychics. I'm empath, psychic medium, clairvoyant, and a lot. But the type of psychic I am, when I do my channeling, I feel when I do my cases on these cold cases to find out what happened, who did it, on and on and on, I feel what they feel. I take on what they feel and what happened. Some don't do that. They can go in, see what happened, and come out. But it just so happens I take on their feelings. Stop it. 1 second. Sorry. You are
Wow.
in the butt.
That's some crazy stories.
That's
So I take on what they feel. Now, this case is very horrific. What's that noise? Oh. So I started the case. I kept having to go in and out, in and out, in and out because the type of case it is. Oh, it was. It's done now. It was just Friday. And then I was embarrassed because of the case. I didn't even say it to my best friend on what was going on. You have to be careful on these cases. Now, I do my protection. I fully protect myself in a few different ways. I'm not going to say how on here. Everybody does it different. but I do a few different protections. I call all my guides in, everybody, and I put myself in a lot of different protection so I don't get hurt. Well, this particular one, I did get hurt, but it was because something attached to me. And not because she was being mean, not at all.
Yeah, it's the story we just did.
Yeah. But I found out more to
Hey,
it.
Greg.
When I said it last night, I didn't know everything to it. I found out now the reason why I'm bruised the way I am and stuff like that is because she attached herself to me. She didn't realize I already could feel what she felt. So she was trying to help me feel what she felt, and she attached to me. So I went to the life coach after the show last night, and we had to do different things. And I talked to Spirit, and I told her straight out it was horrific what happened to her. It was not good. I don't want to get into all that. But I told her what I'm feeling is her pain, and it's not right. She apologized, and I moved her on. Now, I've never had a case for this. This is another one for the books. But you have to be careful and know what you're doing. Now, I do my protection. I know what I'm doing. I've done this for many years. You just don't know. It was the person that attached to me is why what happened to me. It was nothing I did wrong. It was her attaching to me. So I had to, and it wasn't she was being mean. She was trying to show what happened to her, which I already knew, but she didn't know I already knew. And I did. But anyway, yeah.
Wow.
So now I have to
Dang.
heal from what happened to her. I still got to heal from what happened.
And was that the first time that's ever happened to you?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Man, that's kind of like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That reminds me of kind of like when like you're investigating, because that can happen too in the paranormal. When you out investigating, and you come across a spirit who, was murdered in a certain spot, or just they don't even have to have been murdered; they're just living in that spot. Getting to know that spirit that you're talking to, sometimes they can leave imprints on you, such as bruises. Pull your hair, touch you physically. Also, they can attach themselves to you. You come home with an attachment. Your cabinets start opening and closing. You start hearing voices. You see them in your house. Yeah, it's crazy. Like you can try so much protection, sage, Palo Santo, your prayers. You can call in all your guides before your investigation. You can, close yourself in like the white light and still have stuff happening. It's like I said at the beginning of the show. To me, I really think it has to do with the spirit, how strong they are. You could be like the strongest
Yo.
like greatest medium or investigator, which I don't like to say investigator because there's not really like a awesome, amazing investigator because we're all equal. We all are after the same goal, right? But you can try as hard as you want, and these spirits are still going to attach themselves to you.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't like you're the type
My
that know that once you validate something, those like feeling the shot in
usually,
the head goes away though, right?
yeah, usually I feel the shot, I feel the stab, I feel different things. I validate it, it goes away.
Right.
This time,
Do you think maybe it's because the spirit was like in such awe that, you were able to understand her,
I think
that she left
she,
her imprint on you?
yeah, I don't think she understood. I already could
Hey
feel,
Victor.
Right.
there's all different psychics, and I can already feel what she's feeling.
Right.
I already knew all that, and I don't think she realized that. And
Right.
I think that's what she did. And wow, it wasn't cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
Was
Like
not.
like me,
Maybe
I'm,
it's
I'm, I'm desperation on her
sorry.
part. Could have been. Yeah. Um, like me, when I try to channel or I come into contact with the spirit, um, my visions come in pictures. So I see pictures of like who they are, what happened to them. I never go as far as you to where I can feel it, because I know my boundaries. I know what I can handle and what I can't handle.
Right.
Man, I just think that's amazing, but also scary at the same time. I want to say.
Yeah,
I've
for sure.
always, it's
I've never
weird.
heard of
I've
it.
always felt it.
Hey Howard, hope you're doing better.
I
Prayers,
used to
love, and
get,
healing.
I
What's up,
used to get pictures like you,
Howard?
but now that I keep heightening, now it's like movies.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's like snapshot, but I've been heightening. It keeps changing on me, you know. But since I can remember, I've always felt what they felt
Wow.
Wow.
ever since I can remember.
Nancy wants to know, so how does one protect themselves outside of extreme circumstances for the average investigator?
You just don't know.
So in reality, you really can't. You just
You do as
take
much
the
as
steps, right?
I can do as much protection. I'm not an investigator, but it's the same. I can do as much protection as I do and protect myself. Now, this has never happened to me, but, and I,
Howard.
what's he
Uh,
saying?
Howard.
they said,
I,
wow, it's Mrs.
iPad.
Kimmy,
It's
iPad, and
Kimmy.
Creamy. What a crew.
Glad to see you still
um,
got your sense of humor, Howard.
I don't wish this on anyone. Now, you know that guy that was on with Pete?
Yeah.
I woke up the next day so drained,
Dude, so did I. Like,
but more so than
that was
regular.
insane.
I woke
Right.
up drained more so than regular.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was already tapping in little bits to my case. So I don't know if it was that already
It could have been
happened.
both.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. I don't know if it was both or not, but usually when I tap in, like, we did with him,
Mm-hmm.
man, it was like a double drain, like a double tap.
Mhm.
I never
Yeah,
get
Sydney
that
too.
drained.
I messaged her the next day,
I
and she's
didn't
like,
do that much
"Well,
The
to
next
get,
day, I don't even know. Like,
but I didn't do that much to get drained like that.
I know. I think my thing was like, I was wide awake from work and I was just looking for something to do. And I tuned in onto the show and I was like immediately drawn to it. And I just like I didn't even think about protecting myself. And so I didn't say my prayer. I didn't call in my guides. I didn't call my white light. I didn't
Oh,
do any of that. I just jumped right in. And that's why I'm thinking my vision of what he saw was completely different from his because I went in full and I wasn't going for mad and bad intent. And I'm not like the people that saw her. Um,
I
so I
didn't
think that's
do
why
her.
I saw her differently.
I didn't do her. I was doing the ones that were
The
murdered.
cases. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was weird because stop it now. I don't get drained that bad. Like I do get drained, but it was like a double tap.
Probably because you were like tuning into two different things.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Maybe she already.
When we're okay, so a lot of people don't know about us mediums is we open up our third eye, right? So we open up our mind, our inner mind, we open up everything. And that takes a lot of our strength. That takes a lot of
Yeah.
our energy. That takes a lot of our mind power, so to speak, right? So you were tapping into your case, your gold case, but then you also have this amazing guy kind of asking you what your opinion was on this. So you started to tap into that.
Yeah.
So you had all these spirits trying to draw your energy, trying to give you your visions, trying to help you see how they died, where they were, and it just drained you out completely to where you felt like you were double tapped. Like you,
Yeah. The next day, I was like, "Whoa!"
yeah.
They even
Well,
said
y'all
the
guys saw
Yemi.
my messages. I was
Yeah.
gone. Not only from work, but from like I think I missed y'all even before work. And I was like, y'all, last night I'm tired. Like I put up that little emoji of like that tired person. That's
ew."
how I felt.
Yeah.
I was so drained because, like I said, I was wide awake from work, and I kind of wanted to see what he was talking about. So I didn't even like think, and it was my fault. That was entirely my fault because I didn't think that anything bad was going to happen from it. I didn't think anything too serious was going to happen, right? So I just dived right in, and I got drained, and I got drained bad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's how I was. I woke up and I'm like, man,
Hmm.
that was like a super drain. It wasn't a regular drain.
Nope. And I've only been drained like that twice. One was when I went to Haunted Hill House. I had went up with the previous team I was a part of, and something there kept telling me, "You need to go home. You need to go home. You need to go home." And so me and my best friend, I took my best friend Constance with me as like my guest to this investigation because she's never gone on an investigation. She wanted to go, so I was like, "Okay, we're gonna go to Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells. Come along with us." She was like, "Okay." So she came along with me, and I like when I left the property, like instantly I was drained.
Wow.
We instantly we
Wow.
drove maybe 20 minutes or so from the place. And I was like, dude, I can't drive anymore. Like, I'm so tired. She was like, me too. Like, I don't know. I feel lighter, but I feel exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to pull into this gas station. We're going to park right underneath the light pole and we're going to sleep here tonight. And that's what
Right.
we did. We parked where there was light, where people can see us. I locked
Yep.
the cars.
So you said,
I left the car running because it was cold, but I locked the doors and we went to sleep. We passed out.
wow.
And then the next morning she was like, "Hey, we gotta go." And I was like, "Dude, I'm so tired still. Like I cannot drive." And she goes,
Right.
"I'll drive." So we switched, and she drove us from where we had stopped all the way to New Braunfels where she lived. And then I dropped her off at her house. I got in my car, and then I came home, and I passed out.
Wow.
And I slept the whole day. And then the next day I woke up like if nothing had happened.
Nancy, you're asking about the draining, right? She's like, seriously? I guess she might not have known, maybe.
No, like it takes a toll on you. Like
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
tapping
thinking it's the draining comment,
into
I think she's referring to.
yeah, like tapping into these cold cases or just tapping into a serious investigation for mediums, it takes a lot.
Yep.
A whole lot.
Definitely.
What's up, X?
What's up, X?
X. Sea salt helped to stop bad from coming into the house.
Yeah. Sea salt does help negative energy. But sometimes sea salt can only help.
That's your house.
Right.
That's not.
Can you imagine getting sea salt?
You
and spread
can't
it
put.
over yourself.
Right.
Yeah, you
You'll be
can't
like,
put sea salt in your mind when you're trying to channel. You can't sea salt your mind. No, I
can
wish.
imagine-
Nancy.
I can imagine Donna just pouring a bunch of sea salt all over her head.
I wish. That would
That's
really
probably why after an
protect you.
investigation you always get snacky. It's like, you know, smoking some boobies or something because you really get really hungry afterwards. You're like,
Well,
Yeah,
what I've found helps me when
chocolate.
investigating is chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
Chocolate, I don't know why, but as a medium, chocolate always just boom.
Cold
raises it.
cases, chocolate. Yep.
Paranormal
Yeah.
investigation. Chocolate.
you have to seal your
Right.
snack bar at the end.
Look what I got right here.
God, nice Reese's. See, I go for like just
She's like has like a
Hot
huge
chocolate.
bucket that's filled with Reese cups.
no way.
I always get a whole thing full of Reese's. My whole
Dump
basket.
truck of salt.
See, my go-to before I got sick with my tumor was I'd have a Monster, a Red Bull, a Monster for before the case, Red Bull for after, and chocolate. That was my thing.
Yep.
And then I got sick, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's this Monster and Red Bull that's messing me up even more. So I cut those out. That and also the medicine that they put me on, it like made all the unhealthy stuff taste really gross. So like I don't like the way soda. I don't like the way soda tastes. Energy drinks taste horrible to me. Like this is my go-to now. Water. Like I love water. And it's funny because like
Wow.
my friends at work are like, "Who are you?"
Right?
That would drink all these Red Bulls and Monsters, and I'm like, she's gone. Like I can't do it no more.
Yep.
But yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, so
I mean-
your best advice would just be very, very careful with tapping into cases or paranormal investigations, correct?
I would say be careful what you do. I mean, I know. Trying to light my other candle here. I don't know why.
Like one.
My thing is, you know, ever since I was on Enlightened Souls, okay, I never saw anybody do cold cases. They actually contacted me through a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
She contacted me and said, "Hey, so and so wants to get a hold of you. He's trying to get a hold of you." And I said, "For what?" "Oh, so and so, he's looking for a psychic medium. Get in contact with him. Get in contact with him." I'm like, "What's this big emergency?" So I contacted him. He had a family on. They were looking for a psychic medium for the cold cases. Now, at the time, he told me he was overloaded with cold cases. No, he wasn't. I only did like 3. That was it. He wasn't overloaded. But anyway, my thing is, since I was on Enlightened Souls, I never saw anybody else do cold cases on the internet. Now, they would have me on live channeling cold cases.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I met Wraith, was on there. Ever since I left there, I don't know how many people now I see wanting to do cold cases,
Yeah.
Now, they don't do them the way I do them. I'm not going to say anything, but they don't do them the way I do them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But they don't do them the way I do them. But I see many of them, but they do them another way.
Right.
My only thing is, I remember something you said to me. And it was not so long ago. And after this happened, it got me. And you said, I want to be just like Donna. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to me, wow, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I felt honored that you said that, you know, but, you know, like my kids always say, you know, because they're gifted, you know, and they say it's a gift, but it's a curse.
Mm-hmm.
And that when that just happened to me, which I never thought,
Right.
I was like, wow, thinking about my kids, you know.
Yeah.
But I will never give up. And I'll make this clear so everybody hears so they can't go back and say nothing. I will never give up my cold cases. Never. I don't care what happened. I will
Never.
never give up my cold cases. I am there to help people get them justice and find the perp. Period. I will never give up. Now I got two things that happened to me, and I don't care. I'm going to keep on trucking and I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm not stopping. I don't care how many people say, oh, maybe you should stop. Maybe you should stop. No, I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep on going and do what I love to do.
That's awesome. And
Bravo.
we appreciate that. Like I said, I've witnessed what you do firsthand, and man, it's amazing. I mean, you've already helped solve so many cases, and there's going to be more because this world is cruel. It's a
Yeah.
cruel, cruel world with full of evil, scary people, and we need people like you to help
Right.
bring those to justice. I
Carpe
mean,
diem.
yeah, carpe diem. I mean, how many paranormal investigations do we go to that the spirits don't know that they've passed on, or spirits need to tell someone how they died or who killed them? Like, there's a lot.
Uh,
Um,
I picked up on his little girl. Nah, I'm never going to quit, Pete. Never. I picked up on his little ghost girl that he brought home.
aw,
Out of the blue, I picked her. I swore it was his daughter. And I said, Pete, your kids are older? But I thought you had younger kids. He said, no. I said, what about that little girl with the brown hair and the dress? And then he was texting Kimmy saying, whoa, she's blowing my mind over here. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Then I saw this house and I said, is this an orphanage? And then I said, wait a minute. I saw a house and a building. I said, is this house an orphanage? I don't know where he got it from. And I said, I think he asked her to come home with him. And she came.
yeah,
And I
Pete has a
think
tendency to
she
invite
was, I think she was an orphan. And that's why she looks up, what I got was, she looked up to him as a daddy figure. She's only a little girl. She's the cutest little thing. And she looked up to him. You know, Pete, he's the sweetest thing.
Oh yeah, big time,
He,
brother.
she looked up to him like that figure that she never had because I was getting orphanage. And I think that's where she was brought up.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was that night we had him on the show, and he was driving us around downtown San Antonio, and she's
Yeah.
like, "What happened to your little girl in the back seat?" or something like that. Something about the
Yeah.
back seat or something.
It was
But
his
yeah,
nephew. It was his nephew. that he has sometimes.
Yeah,
And that little girl I saw with him in that picture.
I swear. I don't, like I said, I don't doubt that because Pete has a tendency of inviting things to go home with him.
Yeah.
There's been a couple
Aw.
investigations where he's like, if we're going to come over here, if y'all want to follow us, you can.
Yeah, he said he
Sure
asked
enough,
the
no matter
little
where
girl.
we go, something spikes. And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Pete, you're
he
bringing
said
the
that.
ghost, bro. You're bringing the ghost."
Yeah, he said he literally
Bring the
asked
party,
her,
right?
if you want to
Yeah.
come home with me, you can. And she did.
No.
And then he said, well,
Aw.
I didn't know she was still here because I didn't feel
Well, feel
her. And I
better,
said,
Megan.
well,
Love you.
I wouldn't have picked her up if she still wasn't there.
Right.
I wouldn't have picked her up like that. I literally saw her. Little knee socks and her little shoes. And yeah.
No.
But
Mhm.
I don't know if Pete, was you on from the beginning to hear this story and why we're doing this?
Megan's here.
I just want people to be aware.
He said
No,
not
not really.
really.
Okay. I just did a cold case. Okay. That I was working on this week, right in between the show we did with you and this Friday. I was working it on and off.
He heard
And
some of it and read the topic.
okay.
Read the topic. Read the topic. I was kidding, sorry.
And it was a horrific case, very horrific. And I took on a lot. Diamond, other than the hunting knife, before that, I took on, how do I put it? I took on a lot of her,
A lot of her trauma, a lot of what she went through.
yeah, literally. I'm bruised and everything. So I'm just trying to warn people, just be careful what you do. You know, do your protection. As long as you do your protection and everything, and you know, I know a lot of people out there, cold case, cold case, cold case. Just be careful what you do. Do your protection. And that's all you can do. Just really do your protection.
I feel like not only does that go for, those working cold cases, but
Yeah.
it just works for anyone in general who feels like they, or who knows and feels like they're psychic, medium, clairvoyant, empath,
Yep.
just anyone who can feel other people's emotions, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily think that the person has to be deceased for you to feel on their emotions. I had a really good friend of mine who, she went to work, she had a smile on her face, everything was good, but I could feel how she really felt. And the rest of my work shift, I was so sad. I just wanted to cry. And I had to it took so much for me that I literally pulled this partner aside and I was like, hey, can we talk? Like, what's going on? And she's like, nothing. Why? And I was like, no. You don't understand. Like, what's going on? And she was like, what do you mean? Because she already had a clue. Because a lot of people they like to gossip about me at work because I'm the weirdo of my job. Because I'm the paranormal investigator. I'm the medium. I can read people. I do tarot, all that stuff. And so she kind of had a hint of what I was getting at. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do I mean? I was like, and so she started crying and she was telling me what was going on with her life. And I helped her through those problems. So I just think anyone who can feel others' emotions, kind of just take care of yourself first.
Yeah.
And also, it's very, very important to know what is your feelings compared to what is something or someone else's feelings.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing cold cases for a lot of years. And I've done a lot of horrific cases. This was nothing, I want to make this clear. This was nothing I did wrong. I did everything by the book.
Mm-hmm.
It was an attachment
Mm-hmm.
on me. I did everything right, but you can't stop them from doing that,
Right.
no matter what you do.
Right.
And you knew this was an attachment because from what we spoke, you did help this young lady cross over, correct?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
Sarah. Hope think you're doing good.
I actually spoke to
Prayers
her.
and love.
The
Sorry.
life coach talked to me. She said, "Is it okay to call her in?" I had my eyes closed because we were doing other things. She said, "I'm going to call her in. Is that okay?" I said, "Yes." She called her in. I saw her. She said, "Say what you want to say, Donna." And believe me, Donna said what she wanted to say. Nicely, but to the point. You know, I was there to help her, to get her
Right.
story out. This is my job, to bring it to justice for her.
Yeah.
But what she did and this pain that I have and these bruises are not supposed to be mine. They're hers.
Right.
Right.
And she did apologize. And then I crossed her over.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Howard. We're very, very sorry that you feel
The nurse helping you with that coon pecker.
yeah, painkillers can cause that. Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
I learned that the hard
Painkillers-
way when I had my
Mhm.
surgery just recently.
Painkillers will cause that bad.
That
You
was
got a
awful.
TMI, Howard. TMI.
I want to go back to what Greg said. Greg said no one's doing
Right,
no
right
one
there.
doing any of the spiritual work is not at risk. We're on the same ballpark.
Say
That's
that again.
He said no one doing any of the spiritual work is not at risk. We're all in the same ballpark. And that's true. I had in the last team I was a part of, we went to the Devil's Den in San Antonio. And it was me, I believe Pete went with me. Me, Pete, his daughter, two girls that were part of the other team I was with, and one of their friends. He was a big, big, big skeptic, didn't really believe that much in the paranormal. And when we went, we did our investigations. I got scratched live. We were live on Facebook, and you can like literally see the scratch forming. And then as we were like, we end the live, it was time for us to go because we all just didn't feel right. And so, Brandon,
What's up?
Hey, Brandon.
What's happening?
not much, just
What's
talking.
happening? What's crack-a-lacking?
Oh, nothing. 2-hour show, and let's jump on another one.
So,
Talk to Howard.
yeah, like as we were leaving, the guy who was a skeptic ended up like complaining that his arm was hurting. And we're like, what's wrong? And he's like, no, nothing. We're like, no, tell us what's wrong. And I was like, can I see in the back, like on his back, he had a scratch mark, like really, really long scratch mark. So yeah, I mean, no one is not at risk of anything happening to them in the paranormal. Skeptics, believers, psychics, investigators. I truly feel like if the spirit wants you to know something, it's going to attach itself. It's going to scratch you. It's going to harm you. It's going to do what it needs to do, basically.
Yep.
I'm kind of glad that Nancy informed me that Howard is constipated.
I was just about to say.
I need to know about the man's bowel health. That I need to know this.
Says a
these
lot,
things.
right?
Yeah, like that tells. Like if he's constipated, I don't go ghost hunting. That's the sign. Like,
Can't do it.
yeah, Howard's constipated. Don't you go to Melbourne Manor. Don't you do it.
Don't do it.
Here's your sign.
Actually, don't go to Melbourne Manor, period.
Here's your sign. We should all use that now as a warning.
Here's
Anytime Howard's constipated, we cannot go investigate.
So I've been going, I've made 2
Yeah.
today, and both were weird.
weird.
The first one was actually a candy cane, which is 2 colors all the way down. So, and the second was called the
can't read it.
skunk because it was dark with a single stripe.
Oh, Howard.
Was this a paranormal experience or not? I believe, Howard, it was a spooky dookie.
It was.
It was a
That is-
coon pecker. That's what it was, a coon pecker.
You had a spooky dookie. Are you following me? No, you're the one that tuned into my show.
Oh, which was a good show, by the way. I tuned in when I
Thank
could.
you. Yeah, it was fun. I love murder. We always have a good time. Speaking of, so I mentioned Melbourne Manor. I've been going down a rabbit hole. Have y'all heard of Melbourne Manor in Tennessee?
I know I watched that. Is it the same Melbourne Manor that Nateco goes to?
It's is it Melbourne? I think it's something else. Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be the haunted house, but the guy just tortures you.
Oh,
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
the McSweeney house. The
It's something like that.
McSwaney house.
I don't
Manor
know.
or something like that?
yeah, McKinney
It's something.
Manor.
$20,000.
McKinney
Yeah.
Manor. You got to sign like a whole waiver to do
Well,
it.
supposedly somebody got a hold of one of his private hard drives
Uh-huh.
and is exposing the torture. Right now, the Tennessee Attorney General is looking into it.
Oh, no.
So stay tuned for that action.
Ooh, someone's going to jail.
He needs to go under the jail.
Dude, yes. Have you
He needs
seen
to
some of the
just
stuff he
be-
does to people?
Yeah.
He needs to be tortured himself.
Crazy.
Oh, let me go. Let me have it. I will take it.
I'll help you.
Man, some of the stuff that Yak Job does
But
is crazy.
the stuff on the hard drive was like he drug a dude behind his truck for like a mile. Dude was ate up, and then he was shoving him into like a deep freezer full of water that had like vomit and fecal matter
Oh.
stuff in it.
Mm, with all the wounds and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, God
Yeah.
dang.
That's why I was on the secret hard drive, because he couldn't put that out there. And then there was
Right.
another one where he was torturing a girl, and it started in her hotel room. He never got to the manor, because there's not a manor anymore, I don't think.
What the hell?
And you can't win the 20 grand because he keeps like moving the goalposts on you. Nobody's ever won it.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Mm.
For some,
But it's gonna be fun to follow.
for real though. But for some wacko to
Right.
show up in my hotel room and start doing that, no.
Like choking her, slapping her.
My thing is, why do these? Okay, because we're weirdos too. But why do these weirdos pay all to get tortured?
You don't have to. It's free. You give them a bag of dog food.
That's insane.
Or at least that's what it used to be. And it's a 40-page contract.
Oh
Did you-
hell no!
But he starts
Okay.
torturing you while you're signing it.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't read. No,
No hable.
no habla inglés.
No hable inglés. Ay,
Crazy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I'm finally happy that there's some legal ramifications that may or may not be coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hashtag justice, man.
Well, if I could find the place, I'd go up there and don't worry about it. Y'all keep your tax money. I got this.
Right.
He said, "Brandon's got this."
Just I won't charge you nothing. I got it. He's gonna give me a bag of dog food for the
Yeah,
torture
no,
that's about
Nancy,
to
it's
happen.
not an investigation manor like that type of manor that you go to. It's
It's like
like
a
a
haunted
I know
house.
it's a haunted attraction.
yeah,
It's
it's a
called an
manor. Yeah.
extreme haunted attraction, and I mean, I've been to some extreme haunted attractions where they can grab you. They put like a
Yeah.
plastic bag over my head and stuff. Oh, but this was like in New York. Whatever, cool. You know, you can grab me, you can do that. Whatever. It's fun because it's only like a split second. They're not hurting you really. It's just freaky. Oh, and plus I've been through POW training, so
Okay, well,
whatever.
see that right there.
But the stuff that they do at this place, who was it that said that? Nancy? This
Yeah.
is like legit. The guy, I think his name's Ryan, and he tortured, like literally, you sign this thing, and it's supposed to be this ultra haunted house that if you make it through, you get $20,000.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's just him torturing people.
Freaking whack job gets some kind of joy off of it,
Donna.
probably.
Greg says he's glad you're doing okay today.
Thank you. Trying.
Hello, Jeremy.
Sup,
Hello.
Jeremy?
Jeremy spoken class.
Jeremy's more like, I'll see dead people in the snow.
Oh. You know, all y'all in the Midwest, I'm sorry. That weather sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to report, but it was a balmy 60 degrees here in South Carolina. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Must be nice.
Mm.
I had a friend of mine that
Today,
lives like 2 hours outside of Pittsburgh, and she sent me a picture. She's like, and we just got 18 inches of snow. And I'm like, is that man inches or real inches?
oh, so they
That's
don't have
ridiculous.
dominatrix out there, and he's the next best option. Oh,
It is.
This is far beyond dominatrix.
Yeah, no, this is something else. It's 20 degrees outside, but it feels like 6 here in San Francisco.
What is it here according to my phone?
And we're
40.
under a hard freeze warning.
44 degrees
so
outside.
y'all in the freeze one because I keyed it
Yeah,
in. And I was
it's
like, what's
20
going on in
here.
South Antonio?
-3.
20 degrees here. And
Y'all
we're
are
supposed to get
snowmen.
snow.
Oh, Nancy's -3. Greg is at -12. Who's gonna break the record?
Hell no.
Bring the action.
I'll stay at 20.
I'll keep my 20. I'll keep my 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Look at that!
Now
Jeremy
you're
just
here
went.
with wind chill.
Uh-uh.
I hate that when the weatherman's like, so today it's going to be 76 degrees with a wind chill of -10. So it's -10 is what it is.
It's a -10, yeah.
It's not feels like, it's -10.
Oh, I love the news.
Oh my gosh!
I forgot. What
-6
did my daughter say it
Originals?
was today in Florida?
200.
64, something like that.
Yeah.
It is so cold here. Our grocery stores are running out of eggs, bread.
Speaking of which, I'll be right back. I got to go get a cigarette.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
Yikes.
what weather's like here in Texas, my part of Texas.
Yeah, I had to Google. I was like, why are they running out? Like, are y'all having tornadoes come or a hurricane or something? Because I was like, and then it finally pulled up one of y'all's news stations there, and it was talking about a freeze warning. I was like, oh, that's what it is. Don't lick any light posts.
So our school's already closed because it's Martin Luther King tomorrow. But
Oh, wow.
for the schools that are not closed, they're closing them. So Blanco ISD, all classes are canceled for tomorrow. Divide ISD, wherever that is, it's delayed by 2 hours. Leaky ISD is delayed by 2 hours. I just want HEB to be like, you guys, guess what? We're going to close the stores. Don't come to work. That's what they did not last year, the year prior, when they had it snowed here. Like we actually got snowed in San Marcos and San Antonio, Texas, and it was around COVID when COVID was really bad. So we called it Snowvid, right? And man, I remember waking up to that beautiful message. It was like, "Come to work if you can. If you can't, don't risk it." I was like, "I ain't risking it." It was great. And I stayed home, and they canceled all the schools and everything. And I remember I went outside and I got a plate full of snow for my kid because he wanted to play in the snow, but he was like, it's too cold. And like I said, we're not made for that kind of weather. So we
Yeah.
didn't really have any like snow clothes. So I got a plate of snow from outside. And I brought it to my house and I was like, you can play with it for as long as you can, but once it melts, we got to throw it away.
Throw it back outside, let it re-snow.
Let it refreeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I got a neighbor I was little licked the fire hydrant of all things, and the fire department had to come and detach her.
Oh
I know
no.
it's part of a movie, but she actually did it. Oh,
What? That's crazy.
breaking news, paranormal education.
We went from paranormal
Oh,
education to like road closures and
right.
weather.
I hope it wasn't you, Nancy.
That licked the fire hydrant dancing.
There we go. No,
Isn't
I
that
was licking the
crazy how that
frost off
happened?
the back door. Just ripped off the door. Oh, shit. It's because they're talking about the chill and school closing. Yeah. Oh, snap.
I ain't been watching school because I ain't got no kids in school up here.
Neither do I. I watch it because they having to go to work and stuff, but that's about it. That's about it.
I know he's going to have
Hey,
a cigarette.
Mel. Hey, Wraith Queen.
We can have one here.
Hey, Mama Ray.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie. If you're looking for crystals, y'all guys need to get with Miss Melanie. She has the best crystals and the best prices, and they're just
I know she's gotten Brian hooked. I thought I was going to be the one to get
No.
hooked. Brian's like, oh,
Dude, I told her the other day on her live, I said, you're killing me with all these crystals. Because I was like, okay, we're not going to spend any more money. We're not going to spend any more money. And then she goes, I have this Pikachu. And I was like, no.
not the
I need
Pikachu.
that. Yes, she suckered me with the Pikachu, man. I was
You and
like,
Pikachu,
oh,
yeah.
what a great crystal, man. My kid wants to start his crystal collection. He loves Pokemon. Pikachu's his favorite. It's his. We just have to get it.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
was like, Melanie, that Pikachu's mine.
Brian's got the Obsidian knife from her.
Oh,
and
that was
then-
so pretty.
Oh, I wanted that to cut cords.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I wanted
else
that
did
to
you get,
cut
Brian?
cords.
Put it in the comments, yo.
He all
wanted
names all these other crystals you didn't even know he
The
bought.
black obsidian knife is good to cut cords.
Well, I'll cut the cords for you.
Nah, it has to be in face
Oh,
to
he
face.
got the fire palm stone.
Oh,
Doesn't cutting cords have to be face to face?
No,
No.
I cut a cord the other day for somebody.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Pretty stuff.
Sid, if you can cut cords for me, I appreciate it.
I got
How's
I gotta,
everyone doing? We're good. How are you?
do a rekindling spell later for somebody.
Well, just let me know
Nice.
if you can, honey.
I will. You like the cat eye pyramid, Donna?
Yeah, she had a little one. It was cute. Little cat eye
Mhm.
pyramid. It was only tiny, but it was cute.
I got the aura coated Hello Kitty to give as a gift, but I'm
It was,
keeping it. Oh.
A
You
tiger's
can't
eye.
keep it. You have to give it as a gift.
Which one you have to give as a gift?
Oh no, Barbara said she got the aura coated Hello Kitty to give as a gift, but instead she's going to keep it.
Ah,
Oh, okay. I don't know who Sandy is, but I'm gonna have to check that out. I already told Melanie that when her and Anthony move down, she's gonna be so tired of me because I'm gonna be at their house like
He'd go walk in their house, be
every
like,
other Thursday. I'm like, yeah, what's up?
"Take
I'm here for my
that."
crystals. Anthony's gonna be like, what are you doing here? Shh, crystals. Shh, crystals. Crystals. That's funny.
That's fun.
Yeah, I was like, girl, you're gonna be so tired of me. She was like, no. She goes, I already know what you like. She goes, I'm gonna have all your stuff already ready when you come in. And I was like, yeah.
Oh wow. Well, maybe she can get a store going, and you just work for her instead.
Hey, instead of money, I'll take crystals.
Right. Thank
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
so
I
much.
tell her,
Much love,
can you
everyone.
pay
Y'all
me
are
in
so amazing.
Oh, thank
We
you. I am
try.
amazing. Thank you so much. I am amazing.
Jesus, what in the
Cut off picker do we have here?
This is
I'm a
the
no-
lighter. This is the lighter version of the Holy Trinity.
My name's Howard Petrie. I can't do his.
He said, "My name is Howard Petrie."
I'm gonna tell you
We
about
got
my
two
shit.
pickers.
One looked like a candy cane.
One was like a candy with two different colors. I can't do his. He's like if Louisiana and New York and Brooklyn had a baby. That's you, Howard.
Had.
That's the accent Howard has.
You almost had it though.
I'm out. Yeah, I'm
You
working on it.
almost had it.
I'm
Just throwing
working
a
on
little
it.
bit more mumble with the Cajun
Yes,
part
I'm
of it. You'll be
my
good.
shit, and I'm in the hospital, and you know, guarantee I took a skunk shit. And
We
Howard.
love you, Howard.
Yeah, man. I don't know you that well, Howard, but you're an awesome dude. I would like to get to know you.
Oh my god.
I love
Oh.
Howard.
Huh. Is Melanie gonna be cashing your check, Sydney?
Melanie's gonna be giving me in crystals. That's what she gonna be doing.
I could do Pete
I
Howard.
mean, I could too for a price. I mean, what are we talking? Where are you going?
My chair. It went. He said, "Where you going?"
Where you going?
She's on the elevator on the way down.
No doubt. Did that chair come from Mexico with you?
It's like,
What about though? It did.
Oh,
This is my El Chero.
It's my lowrider, mira.
This is my lowrider, you know.
she's
Oh,
leaning like a cholo.
That was funny.
Oh, I did. I was like looking at the screen. Next thing I know, where did you?
This is gonna be fun to watch and play back. Oh man, that was hilarious. They're gonna change my name from Creamy to La Loca. La Loca.
Lady Loca. Living La Vida Loca.
Steven said I'm on Candy Mountain, and I'm already falling off.
Candy
Damn.
Mountain already.
Yeah, that was
falling
what
off.
Howard just put out.
Oh my god, dude! Howard
Oh,
put
poor
out
Howard.
so many things from Candy Mountain.
Yes, he is.
So many things.
Y'all crazy.
No. Howard needs the prayers of an exorcist.
You said it. Arthur,
I
you
need-
said that to me.
I need an old priest and a young priest. Power of Christ compels you.
You
Oh,
sound like Michael Myers when he said that. Austin Powers, you know Michael Myers, whatever his name is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie said, I just turned back into Brandon saying I could do Howard.
Welcome to the show.
Well, and that is our show for tonight.
All right. Tip
A
your
little late.
waitresses. We'll be
It's a
here all
little
week.
late.
Tip your waitresses. Good
Okay.
night.
For down
It was a little
here,
late, but
looking
Brandon did
like
say
a
that.
Fun night to go to firefighting. Oh shoot!
Firefighting? What's firefighting?
Men in fire suits. There you
I would
go.
I'd watch that.
believe this or not. In a former life, I was a firefighter. I was a full-time firefighter.
Yes, you need to.
Really?
investigate that.
Awesome.
I was also a cop.
She needs a new.
Now I hate them.
The 2 dolls I need to investigate.
So Friday, Pete picked up his doll and my doll that we just got.
Oh yeah, how'd it go?
He hasn't investigated them yet.
Well,
Oh,
that's
so you don't got them at the house?
No,
He's an
he has
aquatic
them. Pete has them at his house.
aquatic entity
Yeah.
demonologist.
demonologist
Um,
starting fire system or
but I got off that one
real?
you showed. Yeah, let him investigate that one first.
Future deals with way too many toilet demons. Actually, do you know what the name of the toilet demon is? Let me see if I can get this right. Singabog.
No.
It's a demon that lives in your toilet that sucks blood from your anus.
No.
Singabog.
Like for
Yeah.
real?
Well, yeah.
No way.
Don't say that. I won't go to the toilet no more.
She's gonna go outside with Diamond.
Talk about a traffic jam.
Oh man.
That's all a fart is. Have you ever thought about a fart? All it really is a turd slamming on brakes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my God, Brandon.
Oh,
Shit.
like I think Brian's onto something with the holy water, douche. We need to get him one of those. What are the
Oh,
takes that you
God.
sit on the toilet and it beep right up your butt? What is that?
Oh, the bidets or
Yeah,
something?
you need a
bidet.
holy, like, get a bidet. Howard, if you're listening, go get a bidet and then go get somebody from the Catholic Church to bless it, and then it'll be nothing but holy water up your ass.
Yo,
Right. That's like Nancy said, I don't even want to know how did somebody go about proving the toilet demon. Like, how the hell?
well, that's Howard. Howard, we need your input.
A fart is the helpless cry of a lonely turd.
It's true. It's like the lone wolf with the butthole.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh, why do
Why do
farts
farts
stink?
stink?
So deaf people can enjoy them too. Arthur,
Arthur, this is a side of you we've never seen before.
greetings from Walla Walla.
Well, are you?
Walla
You
walla.
just tuned into a hell of a show.
We're going to
I
say
was just about to say that, Pete. I was about to say Pete is an ordained minister now, so he can bless that bidet for Howard.
I mean, I'm an ordained minister too, but my God, I'm gonna need more than that.
Yeah, but I think Howard is too.
I need help with him.
I
Howard,
think
come in my
Howard.
toilet.
If I'm not
Howard can bless
mistaken,
his own
Howard.
toilet, though.
I'm not mistaken. Howard's an ordained minister too, isn't he?
He can't bless his own toilet.
You
though.
can't
No.
bless it. You can't bless your own anus.
Okay.
That's not how that works.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. He said, I have my moments, just like us.
There's ancient grimoires that tell you specifically, do not bless your own anus. Comes from the Akashic records.
You were fertility.
Like acid record. I was kidding.
Fartwiloquist.
I'm gonna start saying that.
I blame it on my dog. I blame it on my German Shepherd.
I'm thinking about somebody else never.
Oh, poor dog. I have not seen that, and I don't think I want to see that.
Yeah, it's like a penis at the end of a stick or something, isn't it?
It's
And
a
it's
dick
like
stick.
a walking stake. Yeah, it's like a dick.
It's a dick stick.
Yeah.
I have not, that.
I'm
why
trying to
do
be
you
nice.
surprise Me? That's Howard. That
It's a
doesn't
dill don't.
surprise me.
Is that where the holy shit comes from?
That's probably where the term comes from, Reggie.
Mm-hmm. Howard needs to make sure his shit farts separate to correctly is working.
Yo, how did we go from like
Because y'all invited me on the show.
We went from like protecting yourselves from when you do cold cases and investigating and attachments to farts.
Hmm.
I mean, Steven got it. He got the little joke I made.
He dildo.
He don't.
I'm so glad we're all grown ups.
Says who?
You.
Says who, Nancy?
Oh, I don't
And
want to grow up.
Nancy just watched my some of my show, so I'm going from alien abductions to, well, okay, that fits. To probing.
Right. Probing, baby. Probing.
Yeah,
He's keeping with the theme.
that's right.
Right.
You usually have to pay
16,
extra for that, but not with aliens. They just throw that in for free. Check the oil.
Howard,
Uh-oh.
don't ruin peanut butter for me, man.
It's creamy. I'm just saying. That's right,
Dude,
Howard.
I love peanut butter. Howard, don't do that.
Well, at least you didn't say it
I
was
just
chunky.
bought more apples and peanut butter.
That'd be horrible
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's chunky peanut butter.
Gross. Who eats chunky peanut butter? It's disgusting.
Peanut butter cookies. I love making it with crunchy peanut butter, but not so much anymore.
She said, I changed my mind.
Oh, so more.
Oh, well, I'm going to get off here. I just wanted to come on and say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we wanted you on to put in your 2 cents on, like,
And you
Donna
forgot
did a
the
case,
topic.
and then she's left with bruises after channeling it. So if you wanted to put your 2 cents in real quick before you left.
What, okay, so what's the serious note? What are we talking about?
So Donna just
yeah.
recently jumped into a cold case, and she got an attachment from the spirit, and the spirit ended up bruising her. So she wants to get your input. Like, how would you protect yourself? Like, what advice would you give others? And
Well, I mean,
Well,
you gotta
First
look.
of all, I've been doing cold cases for years. I protect myself. I know how to protect myself. And the type of psychic I am, when I go in, like there's like 5 to 6, sometimes 5. I'm one on the team. When I go in, I feel what they feel.
I was gonna say, is this bruising? Could it be shown on autopsy photos, or what is it? Is the
It was
victim
shown on her
showing
autopsy.
you? Yes. So I don't necessarily know that you would want to block that out, because that could be really good details. If you get a picture of the bruising pattern and it matches up with the victim,
I'm not letting them take pictures of mine.
well,
It's in a place you don't want to see.
no, I'm just throwing out like hypotheticals.
examples. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you're a psychic that's doing cold cases, that would lead me to believe that you already know what you're doing.
Yep.
So, and you're already grounding. So I think it's just messages from beyond trying to tell you, hey, you're on the right track, or this is exactly what I felt, or
Yeah.
something like that. I think you're fine.
A life coach last night brought me in late last night, and she did all these prayers and everything, and she had me close my eyes and said it was the woman attached herself to me because I'm such a sensitive empath, and wanted me to feel what she felt, not knowing I already do, is what her perspective was.
I'm kind of along the same lines as that.
And then
Hope you feel better, Steven.
so she had me close my eyes, and I said these things that she said. I had to say my full birth name and go all the way down and say it. And then she said another one, and she said, I had my eyes closed still. She said, Donna, I'm going to call her in now. Is that okay? And I said, yes, because I wanted to speak to her. And I explained to her it was very horrific what happened to her. It was not good. My job is to go in to help her on and on and on. But it wasn't good what she did to me because I get handprints on my hips in other places of what he did to her.
Well, then you need to set a boundary with her and say,
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
I did.
like, yeah,
And then she got her the attachment off. And I told her, there's a bright light. Call your family. You need to move on. It's a better place. And she moved on.
yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. It's a one-off. Sounds like.
But now, this is the third day, which is the worst. But now I got to wait till this goes away, right? Like
Yep.
a regular person?
Yep.
Okay.
Epsom salt baths.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I know people have been asking me, only close friends. Because I was embarrassed. I wouldn't tell anybody. Kimmy was the first one I talked to. And thinking that, like Kimmy was thinking, because I talked to her and we fixed it, that would go away. And I said, no, Kimmy,
No, it's still
already there.
Yeah, it's still gonna have to heal the way your
Yeah.
body heals.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you should be out of the painful part by tomorrow.
Yeah, because today's the third day.
Yeah.
So starting tomorrow, it should turn around and get better.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is my opinion.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna jump off here.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, Brandon. Much
You're
love,
welcome.
brother.
Thank you.
Brother from
How long
another mother.
are y'all gonna be on, by the way?
I don't know.
It's up to the girls.
I
Don't
just
matter.
wanted to get across to people, people that do cold cases, I never seen it until after I was on one team. Then a lot of people, when they saw me channel live, be careful. Make sure you do your protection. But even still, these things can happen. And I've been doing it for years. And this is the first time.
Yeah.
Even though you do your protection.
Yeah, I'm still it happens.
So it's nothing that I did wrong.
No.
No.
All right.
Author
But-
says work together. Yeah.
Thank you.
She's
You're
gonna be
welcome.
drained as hell.
Is Anthony up to what?
He is up. I don't know what he's doing, but he's
He
awake.
was watching. He tuned into my show for like a split second.
Yeah, he was here for a split second.
Oh, was it?
Mhm.
Okay, well, if y'all are still on by the time I get done eating my pie,
Okay.
What kind of pie?
Ah,
You'll be back?
yeah, I have Dutch apple pie.
Okay.
Oh, you're always eating pie.
I
Huh.
love pie.
You're the pie man.
I'm the
I
pie
like
guy.
pie, cannot
I like
lie.
it. I like
I want pie. Put it in my mouth.
Pie.
What kind is it? Apple again?
Give me
Dutch
pie,
apple.
give me pie.
Dutch apple pie.
Yeah, it's that fall apart apple. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Now
Well,
that
enjoy your
now
pie.
that now that everybody wants pie, all I got to do is this.
I love that. He's amazing. I love Brandon.
Yeah.
So glad I met him.
See, that's what I thought. I'm gonna have to just go through the phase like a human, and slowly it'll go away. But
Yep.
I don't think it's just gonna go away that easy, though. I'll tell you that right now.
No. And with most attachments and most imprints, it takes a while for it to go away completely. Don't be surprised if this changes your abilities a little more.
Meaning,
Like stronger.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I think she said something like that.
I think it's, I mean, that's
With something
happen.
about my eye.
it's going to open up a little more.
Yeah.
So you got to be very careful whenever you start channeling again.
Yeah.
And you have to remember to separate your feelings from others.
I don't usually, yeah. I mean, I just go in strong. You know what I mean? I know how. I mean, everybody's got their own past,
Mm-hmm.
but I've gotten strong and do what I got to do and put it behind me. When it's done, it's done. And that's it. Put it
Yeah.
aside and go to the next. I've learned that. I've done so many. So
Mm-hmm.
this one was, I've had some horrific ones. And this one is up there.
Yeah. For sure. Y'all want to keep going or go ahead and get off, or
It's up to you. I don't care.
It's up
If
to
Brandon's going to come back, he's only going to eat a little pie.
It's up to you guys. This is y'all's
Yeah.
show. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just stepping in as host.
I don't care. It's up to you guys.
it don't matter to me.
Steven, are you talking about what happened at good old Cloudcroft, New Mexico?
We don't have to talk about this anymore,
I
though.
know I
We can
had one, and
move
it
on
didn't
to.
change my life, but it changed many others at the same time. Oh wow!
Oh, he's talking about what happened in Cloudcroft, New
What did he say?
Mexico. That was
What did you
crazy.
say? I
What
missed it. What did you
happened?
say, sweetie?
So, okay, so a lot of people don't know that I am from Gold Gals Paranormal, right? I helped establish
Right.
Antonio's first all-women's paranormal team.
Oh, the
And
bad girls that took that.
I don't care what
Okay.
anyone says. I don't care
Yeah,
what anything. I helped establish that. That was my
Yeah.
baby.
yeah.
And
Right.
so I'm going to keep owning up and keep claiming.
I don't know
I'm
the
gonna
full
keep-
story, but I know it was yours.
I'm going to keep saying that I am a founder of Gold Gals Paranormal because I am.
Right.
I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'm gonna smoke real quick.
absolutely.
But apart from that,
I'm still here, though.
we were invited to be guest speakers at Stephen Woodard's Paracon.
Oh,
they had
that's
out in
how he
Cloudcroft.
knows about it.
Yeah, we went out to Cloudcroft, New Mexico. We met up with him, a bunch of other investigators, and we had a blast. Like we
Yeah,
had two
Pete
different
saying
locations we were going to
fact,
investigate.
I was there. Yep.
Yeah, we were going to investigate two different locations. One of them
Stevens.
was this place called the Apple Barn,
Yeah.
and the other place was a bar.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Oh wow.
So we split up in teams. Gold Gals Paranormal, along with John Doherty, and it was also Steven. No. It was
Kimmy, I'm gonna have a
who
cigarette.
else was
Okay?
this? It was
Okay. Oh, are you gonna smoke on camera?
Yeah. You don't have to
Okay.
hide.
what was
Yeah,
his
we
name?
Okay.
can smoke.
Okay.
It
we don't have
was
to hide.
oh my god, how did I blank on their
No, we
names?
don't. We don't usually smoke, but we can.
It was these two awesome investigators. They're a married couple. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking out on their names. I'm horrible.
He said, "Yep, Apple Barn and the Western Bar."
Yeah.
Well,
What
you'll
did
know
they-
because
What's
he
their
did.
names? Do you remember
Greg,
their names?
Greg, and them.
Gigi,
Greg,
George, and
George
Kara.
and Kara Shoplin.
Yeah.
Yes. You'll know George from his Ghost Adventure. He was on there. He was featured on there. Well, we
Okay.
went to the Apple Barn. Well, Stephen Woodard. Oh, who else was it? It was these other investigators. They were at the Western Bar. Well, someone over there, got into contact with one of the spirits that was really, really powerful spirit. Unlocked something to where one of the investigators ended up
Chris
getting
Madrid.
Chris Madrid. No, Chris Madrid didn't
He
go.
said I
He
was supposed to go.
Yeah. So one of the investigators that was there, Jonathan Doherty, ended up getting an attachment.
Oh,
And it was like a severe, bad attachment.
really?
And the crazy thing was when that was going on at the Western Bar,
Uh-huh.
us over at the Apple Barn started having crazy experiences. Like right
Wow.
off the bat. And one of the things that happened was the car stalled on the way back to our hotel.
Oh crap!
Wow.
Yeah. I was at the Apple Barn with y'all at first. And so, yes, so Stephen Woodard got the call first about what was going on at the bar. So
Uh-huh.
he took off to go to the bar to see what was going on to try to help them out. And me and the girl stayed behind and we continued investigating because we did a raffle where people who won got to go out and investigate with us. And so we just kept the investigation going. We just kept going with it. And a lot of series of unfortunate events happened. Kara and George, their car completely stopped working.
Wow.
None of us could figure out what was going on with it. They had to get it
What?
towed to a car shop,
That's spirits.
fixed. Us girls, we were having trouble with our vehicle.
That's spirits, though.
It was insane. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's got to be some strong spirits.
Steven, I will buy a book of that, dude. That is a night I will never ever forget.
You
That's
said this was what,
awesome.
Arizona or New Mexico? You
Cloud
said.
Cross, New Mexico.
Well, if he's
Wow.
writing a book of that, you're right in it.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
It was
Wow.
insane.
Well, that book comes out, let me know.
Same.
Wow.
So go ahead. Any more?
Wow, Leon Wilkes, man. See, that just tells you how crazy it was to get someone that big involved.
Right. A beautiful place.
But yeah, that goes back to the whole thing that we were talking about how spirits are so strong.
Yep.
They can attach to you to where you get bruised, you get hurt, you get
Yep.
like John when he had this attachment, he wasn't the same.
Now who's John?
So his name's his name is Jonathan Doherty. He used to be a paranormal investigator. He has since walked away from paranormal investigating, and now he's a storm chaser.
Because of the attachment?
Well, because after this, a bunch of like crazy events started happening to everyone that was involved.
Really?
It was insane. Like, I think the bar ended up having problems with like I think one of their refrigerators went down at one point. One of their kegs or something messed up. Apple Barn had some issues going on. Like just anyone and everyone who was involved with
and everybody's caught.
Yeah,
everybody's caught.
Mm-hmm.
So like nobody had a way out.
No.
So that was the.
So we ended up leaving, but like when
how did you guys get out?
Because like so the car the car we were in started messing up on the way to our hotel.
Okay.
And then as soon as we got to San Antonio, the car started messing up again.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
A shaman had to get involved?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's how crazy this
and
was.
A bishop.
Is this like a Western town? Or
A
like
bishop and a shaman had to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Where is this, Sid?
In Cloudcroft, New Mexico.
Oh, so not far from Texas, right there.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Like what kind of town was it? Like an old Western town or like a mining town or?
I think it was like an old Western town, right, Stephen? Because right next to the bar was a hotel that they're renovating.
Sounds like a Western town, and I don't want to put myself there. God,
it's on top of a mountain.
Stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to put myself there.
No, don't. I mean,
no, it's like pulling me as we're talking.
When we went, because we eventually, like the boys, because it was the girls at the Apple Barn and all the boys stayed at the bar. And after whatever happened at the bar, happened, the boys left. Like the boys just cleared out because they were taking care of Jonathan and taking care of everything that was at. So the girls were like, you know what, we're just going to keep going. Because remind you, I said we had a raffle, right? So these people won to investigate with paranormal investigators. And so we didn't want to ruin, their fun. We didn't want to,
Right.
the girls all went to the bar and we did an investigation. Like we kept it going for these people. And
Wow.
I remember I was looking into a doorway and I see like this big black shadow. And it made everyone scared. And I remember it was coming into the room and I was standing next to
No,
I
Donna.
don't remember who I was standing next to because it happened in an instant. But I remember I said, I need all my girls here with me now.
Yeah.
And so when I said that, the other members of Gold Gals Paranormal came up. We all grabbed hands and we prayed and we just
All your lights.
envisioned a white light.
It's all your lights. All your girls.
Yeah.
It's all your lights.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it took us a good while. We were fighting back and forth with this thing. And then boom, it went. Like we
Yep.
sent it out.
Wow.
Yeah, more numbers,
The room
more
felt lighter and everything felt lighter.
numbers,
It
more
was-
energy.
It was scary. Like that is one place that just it was crazy.
Yeah,
Since
he
I
said Chris and I
started
went
my
back and
abilities-
cleaned everything up. Took a year to fix everything.
Yeah.
Since I
Wow.
started my abilities, I was told by a priest my dad knows he got close to. Always keep your lights around you. Like keep a circle. Like I believe it would be right now. Like me, you, Kimmy, Megan, like the Wraiths.
Mm-hmm.
Now it would be what we call a clique, a circle, whatever you want to call it, but at the same time, it's our lights, a circle of lights. And when you call your circle of lights, the more number, the bigger the energy. You know what I mean? We all get together, the bigger the, what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The
No, it's
more
keeping-
number, the more stronger. And that's,
Yeah.
Right.
So I truly wholeheartedly agree with Stephen Woodard's comment right there. That thing was definitely.
I will say this: that huge duck.
I don't even think it was conjured up in that
conjured
place.
up.
I think this individual conjured it somewhere else and
That's
brought
what
it.
he just
with
said. That's what he just said.
Wow.
Put that up, Kimmy. He said,
And honestly, I think
I will say that huge dark entity was conjured up and not from that place.
honestly, I think that this dark thing was conjured up from the Goatman's Bridge in Dalton, Texas.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I heard of that. Where's that?
Dalton, Texas.
Goatman's Bridge.
Dalton.
Oh, that Ghost Adventures was at Goatman's Bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to put Goatman's Bridge because I've heard of that.
Dalton, Texas.
How far is that from you?
Ooh, let me see.
Hours?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. You don't have to look it up. Like, rough figure. I was like,
It is 5 hours away from me.
Yes. And Denton.
he said,
Texas.
yep, that's a good guess. And Dayton, Texas.
Oh, Denton, Texas. My bad.
yeah.
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 Yep. Backing Company. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've heard of that. But
Zach Fakins.
and there's another one in Texas that I don't like. And it haunted me. First, it haunted my friend for 4 days. And I stood up with her. She's from another country.
Mm-hmm.
I literally stood up with her on FaceTime with my nag Champa. And then it haunted her in her sleep. When she got out, all of a sudden, it was calling me in my sleep. 2 days. So my dad said it wants to give you a message. But when you go to get this message, you demand it release you. I said, hell no. No. Not what I seen what she went through for 4 days. No. I don't care what the message is. So I sit here in my living room, literally like a maniac. And I said, I know who it's about. And I ain't gonna drop no names. I said, I don't care about him. Now, his past, his future, whatever. I do not care. Whatever your message is, keep it. I don't want to know. A thought is an echo in hey. Come on. Now you're putting down our name. Come on, Brandon. I loved you. You're my shaman.
In a way, Steven, I kind of thank you for what happened at Cloudcroft. Because I think that's when I started noticing some changes.
I want to ask you something, though. Like, I stood here, right? And I said that. I don't care about this person. I don't care about his past, what he's doing now, his future. I don't care about nothing. And I was yelling this like a banshee going around my house. I don't care. Because it was yelling for me in my sleep.
Right.
And I'm like, stop. I don't care. I don't want the message. And I kept going and going and going. And with my neck, Champa and
Right.
Santo, the whole 9 yards. All of a sudden, I went to sleep. Stop. Never called me again.
Is
So,
an eye opener for
where
sure.
do you think I'm talking about? I'm going to see if I can throw it in your head.
Good night, Greg. Love and hugs.
I'm trying to concentrate. Ready?
Mm-hmm. No. So the first thing I don't think it's right, but the first thing that came to my mind was Waverly Hills.
No, it's right near you in Texas.
Is it a bridge?
Part of it, part of the name is bridge.
It's in West Texas.
Something bridge. Something gate bridge. The gate bridge.
Yeah, Steven, I'll send me a message. I'll help you with it.
Get it? The gate bridge.
What bridge is that?
Devil's Gate Bridge.
Where's that?
It's
in Texas. It's on the other side of Texas. Somewhere.
Hell's Gate.
I don't.
Yeah, Brandon.
Sorry. Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate.
Have y'all hear the movie about constipation?
Am I right, Kimmy?
No, because it hasn't came out yet, Brandon.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think
Hell's Gate.
Yes, that's it. You got it. Anthony knows about it.
Where's Hell's Gate? I've never even heard of that place.
Yep, it's where you are.
West Texas is all I know.
Where is it, Anthony? Anthony knows the whole story.
The old Alton Bridge is in Denton.
It's in Denton, yeah. In Lubbock?
Yep.
What?
Oh, it's not a good place.
Yeah, Anthony did one.
Yep.
I've never even heard of
a couple
that.
months
They
ago.
have family in Lubbock.
Yep. One of my friends was stuck there 4 days. We watched the investigation like this. She was stuck there 4 days.
Mm-mm.
Then when she got out, because of me putting myself at risk with the neck tamper with her,
Next
then
is
it
my
was
friend next
calling
to
me
always
for
crazy.
2 days.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's the one where you have to kiss the feet of the angel on the way out or something. isn't
Yeah.
it? And that's the same place.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah,
Yep.
no, that whole
2
Love,
days it was called.
West Texas in general it's crazy.
I
I have family in West Texas, so my dad was born in a
don't
little
ever want to see
town
that place again.
in called Lamesa, Texas, right? And my grandma's house was haunted, crazy haunted. Her back, so
What is he
Guardian.
saying? The Guardian.
in the back of my grandma's house, I used to call it the kukui room because I hated going in that room. It scared the living shit out of me. I
Yeah.
never knew why until I got older. It was because I could feel that negative thing that was in there.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about my grandma's house was outside of her house, she had a basketball hoop. And she had a, so like the metal hoop to the basketball thing was still out there. And at nighttime, you would hear a basketball dribble, and then you would hear like the chain swishing from the metal hoop, but there was no chain attached to that metal hoop. It was just the metal hoop.
Wow.
Wow.
You hear the chain swishing back and forth. You could hear the basketball. You could hear the little kids outside. And then I remember because I used to wear my grandma's high heels, and they were in her spare closet next to the kukui room. And so when I'd go back there to get her shoes, I would hear something growling from that room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they had since knocked down my grandma's house. But like
Aw.
I avoid that area of
Did you
Lamesa.
read it, Donna?
Huh?
Did you read it?
We jumped out of the portal. The cemetery is where the angel is with the kids.
That's crazy.
I've been to Hell's Gate train tussle in the
City.
city cemetery many times.
Mm.
Say that 5 times fast. That's
No,
where I
that's where I
screamed.
screamed.
We were stuck. We were stuck with the there's what do you call it? It's a little walk, like a damn, what do you call it?
So would you
It's a
say that
bridge.
the
You walk
movie,
Yeah.
out to the water. It's like a little thing you
like a
walk
pathway?
out, and both sides is water. A little.
It's a bridge.
Like
It's
a
the
little
old
bridge?
train
Yeah.
bridge. Yeah.
It's like where boats could pull up back in the day,
Oh, like a dock.
like a dock. Yeah,
Wow.
that's where we. At that point, that's where we were stuck.
So would you say like that movie in
That's
City?
where I screamed when the spirit grabbed my arm.
Would you say the
hon?
movie Insidious is close to what you go through? You know how when she channels into the dark area and she sees all the spirits, and sometimes she gets stuck there and she has to find her way back. Would you say that that's kind of like what you go through?
Sometimes.
Yep. I don't live far from La Mesa.
Stephen, where
I
do
go
you
through
live?
there every time I go to Ballinger, Texas, or Mineral Wells, Texas.
What part of New Mexico do you live, Stephen? I need to know this.
Right?
I want to say I always see. Well, yeah, I do see bad spirits because they're all
Carlsbad, New Mexico.
they're all the murderers. So I do see bad spirits because it's all the murderers.
Right.
You know, bad in life, bad in death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Wow.
A lot of people ask me like,
That's
as a
why I
paranormal
wasn't
investigator,
sure who did this to me,
mhm,
her or him. I
It was
wasn't
her.
even. I actually wasn't even thinking her. I was actually talking with Kimmy, and I thought it was one of the guys that they were saying.
it was her.
Yep.
Wow. He
'Cause when
said
you were telling
Carlsbad,
me
New
all this
Mexico.
stuff, I could hear her saying, I told her I was sorry. I told her I was sorry. She
Yes,
didn't
you
mean
did.
to.
And I fully accept your apology. I fully accept your apology. I don't mean to keep talking about it. I'm just trying to warn people to be careful. That's all. I fully accept your apology.
That place is a crazy place, though. Hell's Gate.
See, I don't want her to think,
Yeah.
I fully accept her apology.
Oh, cool, Stephen.
Yep, Carlsbad Caverns is about 8 miles away from my house. I live at the base of the Guadalupe Mountains. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Cool.
Wow, he's near a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Sees a lot.
Oh man, those mountains though in Cloudcroft. Oh, so beautiful. I want to go
Yeah.
back. There is one like there's this mountain that we have to like drive on, and like this little road we have to drive on to get to Cloudcroft, New Mexico, like to where that barn is and the bar is, and you're supposed to be able to walk down to get to a waterfall, a
Oh,
really
wow.
beautiful, majestic waterfall. Man, we were so tired. We didn't even try to walk down it. We're like, nope, we're good.
You guys
Um,
keep talking. I'm gonna take my meds.
The tunnel,
tunnel.
yes, the tunnel. Oh man, I want to go back to Cloudcroft, but
Seems like it'd be a
I
cool
don't
place.
I don't want to go for the bar. I want to go for the hotel because they were renovating a hotel right next to the bar that was also haunted,
Yeah.
and I want to go for that. And just to see some buddies that are there. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Stephen Woodard and his wife Crystal again. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind seeing some of my paranormal buddies.
Yeah, it sounded like
Right.
you had an awful lot of fun,
I mean, apart from the crazy stuff that happened, it was a lot of fun.
Wait a
It was
minute. David.
It's going to open a portal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, you know how I feel, Anthony, about that.
It's
Ooh,
a
Nah.
beautiful
trouble,
place.
she said.
Not what he did.
Oh, snap.
Something else in that
Snap.
that sentence. It's not what he did. It was something else in that sentence.
Wish we could get permission to investigate Chaco Canyon. Chaco.
I wish we can get permission to investigate the Alamo. Oof. One
Are they
day.
not open for investigations
Mm-mm.
anymore? Oh,
One day though. I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna go investigate that place.
they still do tours and
Can you
stuff like that
imagine?
there.
Yeah, we'll do tours.
I just wish I was closer to you. Man.
Anthony said, Wraith hunters don't need permission.
You just don't spend so.
I mean, we don't, but I ain't trying to go to jail for investigating the Alamo.
Imagine if we were closer. Me, you,
I would. I would just have to bring
Kimmy,
a ladder with me.
me, you, Kimmy, Megan. Woo! Man, we got to watch out because we'll get in trouble at the same time.
Uh-huh.
I could see us investigating and getting in trouble at the same time.
Am I
Oh, shit,
into
Sumerian.
ancient Allen stuff? What do you
I
mean?
Set.
think that's supposed to be alien. I'm thinking.
The
The
set.
ancient alien stuff? I'm starting to be a whole believer in the aliens and stuff like that.
What's making you switch?
I met this really awesome guy named Reggie who made me
No,
believe
that's not what.
Oh, Chaco Canyon runs. You're part Anastasia, Donna.
Yeah, I'm Anastasia.
I was about to say that's all down here right there.
Yeah. Put that back again. 1 second. I'm sorry. What he said?
Woman Reed.
1200 to 1600 years old. Yes.
She's a woman Reed.
That's me.
Woman Reed
That's cool.
Whoop, whoop.
runs Anastasia. Yeah, that's cool. That just floored me. That'd be cool.
You know, I've never heard anybody else talk about Anastasia. And he just
That's
did.
not a tribe that you hear a lot about.
No.
Mm-mm, you don't. It's something. Her
You got
past
me
life.
thinking now, like, shit, I'm gonna ask my dad. Yo, are we Native American? Like, what tribe are we from? If we are, my niece. So my dad paid for like my niece to get her whole ancestry thing done, and because
Yeah.
we thought she was part Native American, right? So like she did the whole DNA geological stuff. Turns out she's Peruvian. I was like,
What?
what? I was like, that's crazy. She's more Peruvian than she is Hispanic. I was like, that's
Wow.
crazy. So my
I
dad
have
just
the
did like
ability of psycho.
his like tour of the world. I call it his midlife crisis, but whatever.
Aw.
And he went to Peru and he brought her back a necklace that has her name written in Peruvian. It's pretty cool.
Aw. That's
Two
cool.
of my guides, Anastasia. Two of my guides
The
are back
Alamogordo,
from Anastasia.
north of town, there's a state park that has ancient pictographs, and you talk about some wild ass drawings.
That's cool. Yeah, no, dude. So
I'm
we
blushing.
Why
asked
is
Why are
he
you
blushing?
blushing?
because I'm starting to believe in aliens and extraterrestrial and outer stuff because of Reggie. Y'all remember when we were all in that little call with Lurker? I got off that call and I sat there and I was thinking about what Reggie had said. And I was like, man, that shit makes you think. Like it is like what Sarah said on Emmy's live a while back. We are just in a bunch of skin suits.
Well, I'll tell you what. And this ain't gonna make your head blow, Reggie. But my life coach, she's very awesome with her abilities.
Choco Kitty.
But that's all she talks about. And I ain't saying nothing. But all
Did you
she
behave?
talked was the same way as Reggie is how she was talking. And I ain't saying nothing.
That's crazy.
I kept my mouth shut. But she has the same abilities and she like blew me away. But yet she's like Reggie. She don't use no tools, no nothing like that. She's like us. But she talks about the other.
Wow.
I mean,
Big
y'all gotta
Alamogordo
be up to
and
connect from somewhere, right?
I mean, big
Mhm.
time talks about it.
That's awesome.
And she's my life coach.
That's freaking awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, no, like we stayed in Alamogordo and oh wow, look at that.
Oh wow, that's where he got that picture from on his thing.
That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, but no, we stayed in Alamogordo, right? And our hotel room,
What does that got to do with?
shit going on.
That's all alien stuff.
It's
It's
the
ancient.
Anastasia.
Yeah.
Oh, keep those pictures for me, Kimmy.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's all Anastasia.
New Mexico's beautiful. And dude, another thing is like I swore I saw like a UFO or something driving to Cloudcroft, New Mexico.
Thank you,
Because
Kim.
I was driving and one of the other girls who is from Andromeda, she was awake with me, and we saw like this green flash go across the sky. And I looked at it and I looked at her and she's like, "You saw that, right?" And I was like, "What the?" I was like, "Dude, am I high? Like, what the hell?" She was like, "No, I know you saw that." And I was like, "No, dude, I definitely saw that." It was crazy. It was crazy.
Mm.
Mm.
And it's been saying like there's a lot more people spotting them here lately, and then there's been all those earthquakes. If you think about it too, I see a few every night at work.
I bet, man.
What he's got that Anastasia on his Facebook picture.
That's true, Reggie. It's like they say, they don't believe in Santa unless they see some proof or whatever, you know? Which
What
I
I'm
think is
trying
pretty
to say
sad.
is, what's he saying about Anastasia?
No, that we should go check out that canyon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But no,
Mhm.
like, it's crazy. Like, I think everyone, if they would just open their third eye and be a little more open to things, they'd notice that there's a lot more shit out there than what we think. And for the longest time, I didn't want to believe in aliens. I didn't want to believe in, all these other planet being beautiful people like Reggie, because I was scared. I didn't want to believe in it 'cause it's scary. It's a scary thought. If you really stop and think about it,
We got a guy coming
from
out, Russ Kellett. He's an
outside
abductee.
from outside in, it's a scary thought, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so after that conversation we had, I was like, yo, it's pretty cool when you stop and think about it.
We got this guy coming on. Well, keep your eye out. His name's Russ Kellett.
Mhm.
He's an abductee since he was little.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Watch when you
I'll
hear
definitely
his
watch that.
story.
Yep.
What? I can't remember the date. The 27th, I think.
No, it's 20th. It's this coming up Saturday.
Oh,
Steven.
this coming Saturday.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll watch it.
He's gonna blow your mind what he's got to say.
Nice. Yeah,
And
so
then we
once
got
I get my ducks in line, I plan on going back out that way.
we got
Mhm.
a girl we're trying to get that I had on another podcast I was on. She is she calls herself Star Angel,
Okay.
but a star seed, but a Star Angel. When you see this girl, she's 40 something years old. She looks like she's 18, 19. Beautiful hair. When you see her eyes, she literally has like a twinkle in her eye. I swear to God. She's like 40 something. Looks like she's 18.
Rosito and Cloudcraft. Oh, wow.
And she says how she always wants to go back home to her planet.
Wow.
And she knows who's a star seed and who's not.
Oh, I have to meet her. 'Cause I always wondered.
She said
Always
it
wondered.
on the other show I was on. She can
It'll be
tell
interesting.
who's the star seed and who's not.
I definitely have to
Yeah.
meet her.
Because I'm always wondering too.
We're
Because
trying
like I
to get her
remember,
on. Her
like they
first
say,
name-
it's what you're attracted to.
Her
Mhm.
first name is
And I had
Michelle.
somebody a while back tell me that was Andromedan, and I'm like, I don't know. But I mean, like I sit there and I ask like to show me these things, but it never happens.
But Kimmy, I
But I
told you
keep
about
trying.
her and you looked her up. What'd you think?
Yeah, she does look young for her age.
She's like 40 something going on 50. She looks 18. But that's how
Wow.
real star seeds are.
Right.
Well, it could
Not
be
just
filters,
young
but that's
inside.
just me too.
It's inside and outside. And watch when I hope to God
I'm
we get her
skeptical.
on.
Sorry.
And when you see that
That'll be
little,
skeptic.
it's like a star twinkle in her eye. It's freaking fucking amazing. And she's got 20 books that she read, 10 adult and 10 children. She's amazing.
Nancy, I agree with you. There's times when we do our podcast or like we do our like panel like this, and Reggie like zones out, and you could tell Reggie's
Mhm.
not Reggie at times.
Right.
Something's up with that
I
guy.
see Reggie on podcast and you see him go.
Yeah. Yeah, there's times
I
when
can't-
Reggie is
I
his
can't
inner
wait.
being kind of goes
Yeah.
out.
I can't wait to get her on and everybody see her. Because I met her, how long ago was that, Kim? Year and a half.
Years.
Year and a half, something like that. I want her back.
Oh, I know Reggie kills you because you'll sit there and make a comment, and he's like zoned out, and you're like, he's like 2 hours later, you might get your commented on.
She's amazing. Watch when
He's
you see her.
crazy. He gets so involved.
Was there any of those pictographs on the tunnel, Steven? I could have sworn when we were driving through it, I don't know. I would get like little flashes of like stuff.
Olive Garden,
The grass is between
Karazu.
El
on the
Gordo.
right.
Maybe I was just picking up the area then.
What is that? What did he say?
Alamogordo.
It's a
And
town near Cloudcroft, New Mexico.
what was the second one he said?
Carrizo.
Oh, that's how you
Both
say
the
that.
same town.
They're different. They're right next to each other, like really, really close to each other.
Total rush. You're like so zen and blissful that I'm actually jealous.
For real though, Nancy.
But that energy is all around.
Well, like I was saying, in Alamogordo, our hotel was haunted. Like the guy who worked in the office told us that he would experience shit in the basement. And he said if we wanted to, we could have gone back and investigated. But we were so drained from everything that happened that night of the investigation that we all went back to the hotel and we just crashed out. But like I remember some of our equipment was falling off the bed. We heard knocks. We had, our leg being pulled. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Kimmy, you crack me up, bro.
Somebody's got to be the comic relief, right?
For real though, right? But yeah, it's pretty out there. Pretty.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Ballinger Hotel
What's that?
in Ballinger, Texas.
Oh.
Okay.
It's owned by Dan Lefavre. I always butcher his last name. Man, that hotel is so stinking beautiful. So many spirits. I actually got a really gnarly attachment when we went.
Really? You did?
Yeah, because we went with another team from San Antonio, and they got donated. Like the Dan and his wife, they owned this hotel. Well, they got donated a giant table that looks like a Ouija board, and it comes with a giant planchette. Well, this other team that we went with from San Antonio, they were doing like their own little investigation downstairs, and they opened up a portal, and they didn't close it. But apart from that, before the investigation, they were knocking down beers like nothing, drinking.
Not
So
good.
that plus
Wow.
drinking brought something out.
You know
So
that
then
don't
me
mix.
and some of the girls and our friend Xavier and one of our special guests, we had took her name was Catherine Savoy. We went in and did our investigation. And everyone who's ever seen me investigate, they can tell when it's not me. Because I'm usually like really nice, really like respectful. Well, when we were investigating that room, I was like yelling at the spirit. And I was like, you're getting on my effing nerves. Like I was just being so ugly and so
That's
rude.
not you.
And they're like, dude, like what's up with her? What's up with Sydney? Like that's not her. And my friend Xavier was like, are you okay? And I said, dude, don't talk to me. Like, shut up. Like, just don't even talk to me.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah, no, we need to get her out of here. And so across the street from the Ballinger is the city, like their little city park or whatever.
Yeah.
And an old jailhouse. Well, right next to it is a gazebo. So they took us out. They took me out there. We sat down. And I just still wasn't myself. And my friend Catherine Savoy, she's a medium, but she also has like an inner spirit that works in her and lives in her. Well, she called him out. And she literally grabs me by the arm, pulls me into the grass, puts me in a headlock, and starts like praying over me and chanting over me. And after she did that, I started throwing up. And after I started throwing up, it was like my mind went blank.
She must have knew it was a gnarly one, and that's
Yeah.
what she had to do.
My mind went blank. I totally forgot what I was doing, and I was fine.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Now this other, well, no, I don't have another. See, I'm a partial reincarnation,
Mm-hmm.
and she's still in me, but it's not two spirits. Like,
It's you and your past life.
yeah, we share the same guides, we share the same gifts, everything. And I left the door open to her. So it's me and her. And her name is Sky. And I don't think I'm supposed to say that. Forgive me. Because that's my soul's name. So you're not supposed to say that.
Right.
Some people have heard of it. Some people haven't heard of it. Like Brandon said he never heard of it. He was going to look into it, but I don't know if he did or not. But
I know
Sydney Reese, I will say there is some familiar energy.
there is one person
about it.
in the paranormal field that spreads dirty energy everywhere she goes.
Really?
Hmm. I don't like to name her name. I don't like to think about her. I don't like to talk about her.
Negative energy?
Very, very. She
Really?
investigates and works in the dark.
Ooh, I don't like that.
And she does it so that way she can get all this crowd, like all this, because her evidence, when she shows evidence, it's really like, wow, like mind-blowing evidence. Like, it's really good. But she works in the dark.
Yeah, he said, just remember what circles we ran.
Oh, I remember those circles. And believe me, those weren't good
Yeah,
circles.
I don't like running. Like, I watch who reads me. I don't let just anybody in my energy.
Mhm.
Like you, Megan.
Oh no, I didn't let this individual into my energy.
No, I know what you're saying.
But like, she was one of those people where as soon as you met her, you knew. You
Really?
and she knew that I knew, because when we got there, the first day we got to Cloudcroft, we went to the bar, and that's we were all gonna meet up there. It was a bunch of it. It was me, Stephen Woodard, his wife, all of the Gold Gals, John Doherty, Keith Bailey, like so many people.
John
Keith
Doherty.
Bailey's known. So it was a bunch of us there, and she walked in with her mate, or her like partner, and she didn't shake my hand. She looked at me, I looked at her, and
she knew.
Mhm. We didn't shake hands. She shook the other girl's hands, but when it came to me,
she wouldn't let you because she knew you. You already knew, but she was afraid to touch you because then you would really know even more.
I don't know. L popped in my head. I don't know.
See, I don't even talk about her this much, that her name is like, it's there in my head, but it's not to where I can.
No names, please, she said.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm not gonna say.
Okay,
now I have to go into the backyard and get firewood. And my backyard is a creepy, right, Kenny? Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck.
Bring my baby with you. Well, then again, he won't save her. He'll run the other way.
Yeah. So when I saw this lady, like my eyes got wide, and then the closer she got to me, the more I was like.
She didn't shake Crystal's hand either. He said.
Yeah, Crystal's his wife. His wife is, oh my God, she is super, super gifted. Super, man, like, wow.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me at
all.
That's
That's because she didn't want you guys to really see how deep. Mm-hmm. Do you think, I don't know this person, I don't care, she could have brought this big thing?
Oh no, she did.
I don't know why, but I don't know why, but it just
I am 100% certain that she opened the chain of cacas. That's what I called it.
Because I don't know why, but I just
sailing fast.
I was going to ask, was she even there? Because she did it.
She was there. And then after all this went down, she left.
Wow.
Oh, she did do it. Because that's what I just got.
It
I'm
was
sorry. What's his name, Steven?
one of the most
What's his name that's talking to you?
Steven
I'm sorry, Steven.
Woodard.
I don't know who she is, but I can see her, and I just picked
Oh
it up.
yes,
I'm not mentioning no names,
dude.
but
He just sent me a picture, and this picture is like,
he just sent to you.
yeah. Yo, wait a minute though.
Did
That's weird.
did there you go, Sydney Ray's? You can thank me later. You said,
Yo, that is just all kinds of not right.
So was she one of those that couldn't get out
this
either?
this girl plays in the dark a lot, right?
Way too much.
Because
She lives there.
all I see is black candles all lit around her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't I all right, I'm done. I don't want to go in. I don't want to go
No.
in.
Mm-mm.
Where did my sage go? Dang it.
You know what, Nancy? I don't think she got out of it either. Because from what I recall, they had said that a lot of stuff was happening to her as well.
Wow. So
And
she was having
actually,
issues too.
Karma, right?
now that I think about it, she was gonna plan like this big giant event. That shit fell through horribly. Yeah, I mean this
Wow.
lady.
And no one else has
If someone were to tell me, hey, you want to go to Waverly Hills Sanitarium and investigate free of charge? We'll pay for everything, hotel, room, flight, everything. But this person's gonna be there. I'd be like, nope.
What is he saying? Nobody else has that effect.
Like like this person, like no one else can cause what this person did.
So do y'all get stuck a lot having to clean?
I don't even know who she is.
And do
I don't even
like
know
where
who
she
she
does
is.
investigate?
And I picked up
What do you mean?
bad shit.
Like, do y'all like it after she does something? Do y'all have to go fix it a lot of times, or?
I've never been called up to fix any of like the stuff she's investigated, but a part of me knows that she's been there because of the stuff that lingers.
Oh wow!
Like, I hope and pray to God she never comes to San Antonio to the Victoria Black Swan Inn, because that is my home. That's my home away from home. I love that place.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
And if she ever went, I think I would lose my shit. Yeah, it's just, I love that place.
The other person was not involved. As a matter of fact, we were very close and dear friends now.
So this other person I was talking about, she shook my hand when I met her, because her and this, we'll call her the Lady of the Dark. Her and the Lady of the Dark walked in the bar together. Lady of the Dark didn't shake my hand. She just gave me this ugly look, and I gave her an ugly look back because I already knew. But her friend, oh, she shook my hand, and she had the most purest, sweetest, beautiful soul ever. Like, I don't think this lady would hurt a fly.
Aww.
That's how amazing she was.
I've had to do that. Told you it took over a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
After this happened, I remember Steven got, like, poor dude got sick. He had shit messing up left and right. Like, oh, man. It was.
Wow.
Yeah. I never want to be involved with anything that lady is involved with. If Steven were to ask me, hey, let's go out and investigate together, or I'm having another Bearcon, I'd go. Like, Steven
Right.
got to work with. It was just that one individual he invited that I was just like, fuck. And I remember after it happened, I wanted to be mad at Steven for a little bit. because I was like, why would you do that? Because I felt like I got attacked or whatever. But then after I stopped and thought about, it's not his fault because he thought he could really genuinely trust this woman.
Yeah.
Right.
And then in the end, she basically went just to fuck everything up.
Yeah.
And honestly, I
Oh.
think a part of it has to do with the fact that maybe she was jealous of Steven.
Yeah.
He was able to walk such an awesome location.
Yeah.
And all these awesome paranormal friends surrounding him with love and light that
Yep.
it made her sick. And it made her want to get like,
Jealousy.
yeah. And so I was like, you know what? It's not Steven's fault. It's her.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Wow.
didn't invite her. The boys did. That makes sense.
Yep.
Because those boys are still crazy. I don't even talk to boys anymore. I don't talk to any of them anymore. The only one
Yeah.
I
I
really
mean, if you
talk
don't know, you don't know. You just see
Howard
a team and
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's crazy.
It was a lot of shit happened. A lot. I would do it all over again though if she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Fair. One of the investigators he took, her name's Adrian. She's actually the one that gave me my vessel, my doll. Well, she's
Aw.
not a vessel no more since I brought something back. But yeah.
I can't wait to find out if Pete investigates your doll and see what we get.
Yeah.
That's gonna
I
be cool to
know,
find
Steven,
out.
that's insane. That's stupid bimbo. Yeah, but if you
Definitely.
notice, the thing she created isn't really gotten that big.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
After she created this thing. Oh, okay, so she has a
She has like a paranormal, like, what would you call this? Like a,
like network kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, does she?
Uh-huh. What thing? My doll? She's not a thing, Steven. She's a person.
Eh.
Person. I do have that thing. I would get
She's
that
got a
thing.
new thing. Once you
Oh,
ask
no,
her
no.
about her new thing.
My new thing, Pete still has it.
Oh. Something like Paralinks. Okay. But it's not Paralinks, so there. Huh. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all are following Paralinks. Anything Paralinks, get in. There's like Paralinks 1, Paralinks 2.
This
Is
is what
that the, is
this
that
is
the
what
new one?
started. No, this was my first one. This is what started my fascination with dolls.
Oh, what's her
She's
name?
pretty.
Or his name?
It's a girl. I call her no, it's Esme Sarah and oh honey, I don't even remember your name. Because she's real calm. She's real quiet. She's the one that doesn't do anything.
Aw.
Her eyes.
I've investigated with
I think
Steven.
when I did name her, I named her Jenny because it was, Penny because it was Sarah, Esme, and Penny.
Aw.
This is her. She was given to me by an awesome investigator that knows Steven. Her name is Adrian, and she has her own haunted doll, and her haunted doll has a clear head with real human hair in there. And I had told her, I was like, oh, I want your doll. Like, I want it. And she goes, I have one that I can give to you. So when we went down to Cloudcroft, New Mexico, she was like, I have something for you. It's in my car. And so I went out with her car and she gave me her. And so
she's
she
so
is my
cute.
first.
It's not even creeping me out, which
She's
is kind
got
of
a
weird
little
because
teddy bear.
She is. She's holding a little teddy bear.
Aww.
So this is her. It's her little shoes.
I've been working on my doll fear.
Aw, look
I
at
know
that
pretty good,
little
ain't I?
dress.
Yeah, and her little teddy bear.
She's so cute.
Thank you. Yep, she's my first baby.
She looks
Ooh, you're giving off a strong vibe. Who are you?
She's she looks pulled back.
You're right.
So
Smell.
I've never held this one this close to me, and like my chest is
Oh,
like heavy.
look at everything in there, Sydney. Oh, wow.
You know, I took what? You know, I
Steve,
took that doll head apart and looked after everything in there, Sydney Race.
why would you do that? You're worse than Anthony. Anthony threw his doll in the dryer. Chris, I'd love to investigate with you one day. Let's do it. You and the Texas Wraith Hunters. Let's go investigate somewhere.
Some reason.
Yes. Unless you protect a woman, don't do it.
You did protect me. Right?
Yeah, you heard me do protections.
You did it.
Oh, thanks, Pete.
No,
Ugh.
y'all learn a lot from y'all.
I tried to teach.
Can you put it to the middle of you? I just wanna.
Girl, we gotta clean your hair. She's got a lot of dust in her hair.
She's.
Ooh, where's that hotel?
She's shy.
That makes sense.
She's very, very shy. She's like one of those kids in the playground.
That's
She's
by
gonna be
themselves.
walking by herself.
Hmm.
She's very shy.
I'm
She's got sadness in her eyes.
down in the mountain air, New Mexico.
I see a lot of sadness in her eyes. Not just her eyes, just even her face, her mouth.
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm seeing. I don't know if I'm right on this, because I stay away from dolls.
I'll look it up for sure. My phone's dead right now, so I can't look it up.
I'm seeing her 8 to 10.
I was getting 8.
Okay. She's happy with you.
Just not baby.
She's a loner. But she would love your attention.
Yeah, I don't give her a lot of attention.
She would love it.
I give Esme more attention because Esme is the troublemaker. And y'all have met her. And y'all know what she can do.
Yes. Yep.
Y'all saw I kept getting booted off.
And don't be surprised you don't get a little bit.
Do what now?
Don't be surprised you don't get a little bit from Esme after this.
Oh, I'm sure.
But this one's really sweet. She's really sweet. I don't think she's. I don't think she's not from America.
The Schaefer Hotel in Mountain Air, New Mexico. Chris Madrid and I actually want to do that community center again. That place was better than a hotel to me. The look on her face looks like she's been through a lot.
I don't know. For some reason, when I'm trying to channel into her, I get like the Christmas Carol area. Like,
Good night, Chris.
Yeah, I'm trying to get where. Why do I keep hearing Sweden? I don't even know what Sweden look. I don't know Sweden. I don't know what Sweden is. Like,
it's a
well, I know Sweden's a country. I
yeah.
don't know what they look like, or
Bye, Chris.
Blonde
Thank
hair,
you.
blue eyes.
I don't know.
Usually blondes for sure.
Mhm.
I just don't know what they look like or what
Her
the
eyes are
shape
blue.
looks like.
Want
See?
to do a double Estes method.
See,
Yep. But some reason that's what I kept wanting to say was Sweden, but I was second guessing myself. Something like Sweden is what I'm getting with her.
okay.
That
I
could
don't.
be a long time ago was what she is wearing.
Mhm.
That's what I'm getting with her. I think she's sweet, and I don't do dolls, but I'll tell you, your dolls don't bother me at all.
Me either. They freak
They're
me
really
the
calm and
freak
quiet.
out.
I'll tell you what. What'd you say, hon?
What'd you
Which
say,
one?
Kimmy?
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, dolls freak me the freak out.
Kimmy is usually under the desk. When somebody brings out a
Mhm.
doll, she is literally under the desk.
But I've been working on it too.
But
a
she's
little
been
bit here
working
and
on
there.
it, and your dolls is the one that's helping her. But I think still, if somebody else was to bring them out, she'll be under that desk. I think it's just you and your dolls. You get what I mean?
Because of the fact that like I have such good intention
Yes.
and I work with the light
Well, I
Yep.
trust you too.
that it helps.
She
Yeah.
trusts you.
Yeah, I trust you too. So I think that's the big
I don't
difference.
think she would trust anybody else. I think somebody else she didn't know brings out a doll, she'll be under that desk again. And myself, I don't trust. Dolls and mirrors are off limits. I do psychometry. Kimmy seen me years ago reading rings and all this. I
Human
read all kinds of
pendulum.
stuff. I do
Mhm.
psychometry, but no.
Called the human pendulum. Takes
What is
5
it?
people to do it. Sydney Reyes, I have this
I had
thing. I
this.
do investigations now. It's called a human pendulum. Takes 5 people to do it.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's where they.
I've seen that.
You do the rock way.
Sydney, I've seen that. One person's in the middle, and you close your eyes and just relax. And then one person's behind you, one person's in front of you, and then 2 on the side, and then one's asking the question. And you got to totally relax and zone. And then you're the pendulum. When they ask the question, yes is forward, no is backward. And the person in front of you catches you, and the person behind you catches you. But you got
better
to
have
fully
some
trust
Yeah,
for
you
it to
better have
work.
some trust for all that.
Wow.
You got to fully trust for it to work, and it does work. I've seen it.
Okay.
It's a human pendulum. But
Cool.
you stand there, like I said with the channeling, you stand there, you don't channel. You stand there and you fully relax and you kind of like go into a zone, fully relax and zone yourself. And then when they ask questions, they're going to be asking, I'm not sure if you got ear things on. I don't think so. We work
Right.
with very trusted people.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Steven does.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, when you're fully zoned, and you relax, like in a meditation almost. They ask the questions, and you go yes for no, for yes, and backwards for no.
Dude,
Go
that's gotta be
forward
cool.
for
I want to
yes.
try that now.
You go forward
Mhm.
for yes and backward for no.
Let me right
And
back. I'm
they
gonna go to the
got their
restroom real
hands
quick.
up like this before in front of you and in back of you to catch you. And the person on the side of you, like they're on the sides, just in case you don't fall, you don't hurt yourself,
That's so cool.
But nobody, I've never seen anybody fall or anything like that. And you just go forward like this, like your feet are planted and your body will just go forward a little bit, and then they'll help you go back. They'll help you go back.
That's so
And you'll
cool.
go back a little bit, and they'll help you go back. And it'll just keep going like that.
That is cool.
I've
I want to try
never
that now.
seen anybody stumble forward, stumble backwards, or sideways. Never. You got to fully trust the people you're with. And as long as you trust them, you got to stand there and go into like a meditation kind of zone.
Like a trance almost.
Yeah, yeah. And you stand there with your hands on your sides, on both sides, and you go off. And that's when they ask you, and you're the pendulum that goes forward and backward. Watch what
Wait,
he
Stephen
says.
Woodard's
Yeah,
really good
I've
with
got to
physical.
where I'm old school. I'm more metaphysical on my approach. I rarely use equipment anymore outside of a camera. See?
Oh wow.
It made me laugh. So the first time I ever met Stephen Woodard,
Yes, Stephen.
He
I know I've
had-
seen it. I agree with you, and it works great.
so Stephen Woodard, when I first met him, he had his I want to say she's a medium. Adrian take me to the back of the bar and ask me what I picked up on.
I
And I
appreciate.
was
What do you
like,
say?
oh,
I
in Cloudcroft, New Mexico.
I appreciate that. You explained that better than I could. You're welcome, honey.
And I said, easy. And I told him how there was a murder in the back of the bar. And I said, I keep hearing like a phone. Like, what's this that I hear about a phone? And they were blown away by what I was saying. They're like, what? Because I'd never been there. And they
Yeah.
didn't tell me anything
Wow.
about it. Like, they were like, we're not going to tell you nothing about the location. We want to see what y'all guys pick up on. And the other girls were kind of quiet. And I was just right off the bat. This is what I feel. This is what I see. Why do I hear a phone? Yada, yada, yada. And they were like, holy shit. We didn't tell her anything. There was a phone that used to be connected to a pole outside, and it would ring. Like even when even
Oh,
here,
wow.
the power wasn't even there. The phone would ring, and when we went, of course, it's not there anymore. But I would hear the phone ring, and I had picked up on
Wow.
the person that was deceased in the alley, and I picked up on a bunch of other stuff that he didn't think I was going to pick up on. And I'm like, Mr. Woodard, you doubted me. How dare you?
I showed her where the phone was.
He did.
Wow.
Like, I hear it. And then he told me, I was like, no way. He's like, yeah, there used to be a phone here. I was like, what? Mind you, again, like I said, I've never been to this place. So
But
for
then
me, to
also,
hear
like some of the
phone
reports,
ringing-
people would say that they would hear the ringing too.
yeah. But see, he didn't want any of us to Google anything. He didn't want us to know anything about this place. He wanted to genuinely see what we picked up on. And
Wow.
I nailed everything. And he was just like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yo, bro, don't doubt me. How dare you doubt me?
Uh-huh.
Dare you?
How dare you doubt the almighty Sydney? Or the Miss Creamy, as Howard likes to call me.
Miss Creamy. This is better than Miss Moist, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we could have said that.
But yeah, that was it was one of the interesting and awful yet good investigations I've ever been on. Like I said, it was an eye opener for me. That's kind of when I started realizing how real people were.
What
I
was
kind of always-
awful about it?
just the stuff that we went through with that individual.
Oh,
And then I kind of started seeing the true colors of, the girls on my team. And it was an eye opener. And
yeah.
lo and behold, everything I thought ended up being true. Because a lot of people don't know this, but like, I wasn't going to step away completely from Ghoul Gals Paranormal. I was simply just going to take a break. But they took that as, hey, here's a way to get her off of the team. And so the minute I said I was going to take a break and step back, boom, one of the girls immediately changed the password to Facebook, changed the password to TikTok, and then like the
Wow.
next day, when I told them my side of the story, I was blocked from TikTok, I was blocked from Facebook, I was blocked from Instagram, I was blocked from anything that I helped create.
Well, I think that's interesting to
So-
listen to each of you. Gotta head out and get some things done before bed. Stay warm and safe. You too, Charlie.
Bye,
Good
Good night,
night.
Charlie.
Charlie May.
Good night, sweetie.
You stay warm and safe as well.
And
Yeah.
he's in Walla Walla, Washington.
Walla Walla, Washington.
Walla Walla.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
so go ahead.
But yeah, no, it was like I said, that was one of the paranormal investigations I've been on. That was a real learning experience for me. So
Yeah, and that team. Man.
crazy. Yeah.
So that's when they really, you saying that, they went and jumped on it and locked you right out. Wow. How sneaky.
I was mad for the longest. I'm not gonna lie. I was upset. I cried every time I thought about it. I
Right.
cried every time someone brought it up because it's something that I help build. But now,
Can I ask you a question?
what's up?
Taking you out of the equation, this is something I think I'm picking up. Taking you out of the equation, right? Was that helping somebody else step up that was jealous of you?
Yeah, they replaced me.
Dang, I got that one. I don't know why I just got that one.
Mm-hmm.
When you said that, jumped on it like flies on shit, excuse my language,
Yeah. See, even Steven said,
because the jealousy was unbelievable. They saw that, took it and ran, because that was their way of
the Jays, yeah.
the
Oh, I think I know who
jealousy
they
was
are now.
so unbelievable. That was their way of, see you later.
Mhm.
Now I'm in the spotlight. Like, that jealousy was unbelievable. What was Steven saying?
The Jays, because that's their name. They both have a J name.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
I thought.
I'm
And
picking up
the funny thing,
massive jealousy, and couldn't wait for Sydney out of the equation, because now they're the spotlight and not Sydney, because, man, that jealousy was,
it's funny that you say that, because before I got kicked out, one of them kept telling me, why does everyone always go to you like if you're the leader of the group? And I'm like, I'm not. And they're like, do they know we're all equal? And I'm like, yeah, everyone knows we're equal. I said, they probably come to me because I'm the more outspoken one. I'm the one who will talk to people about getting things going. Like the Cloudcroft, New Mexico trip with Steven, I was on a live like this with Steven, and Steven was like, hey, Sid, why don't y'all guys come out to Cloudcroft? And I was like, let me talk to the girls about it. We'll see about going. A lot of people I've met now, they're like, dude, we wouldn't even have known Ghoul Gals was a thing if you wouldn't have reached out and talked to us.
Wow.
And I'm like,
So they weren't doing any kind of media sharing and all that kind of stuff.
So like all the views on TikTok, I helped make. Mostly I did. The branches that they made, like the connections they made with paranormal people. Again, and it's
Wow.
funny because like some of my friends and some of my family who are able to see things that are not blocked, they're like, dude, they still have videos up of you in them.
Really?
I'm like, if y'all hate me that much, why don't you take them off?
Right.
Because half of the videos I did,
Wow.
I made. Um, Same thing with evidence, like the evidence videos. They're ones that I had edited and put out for everyone to see. Like we were blessed to be featured on Paranormal Warehouse, and it's because I took time to edit a video and send it into them, and they picked it up. And
Oh wow.
Wow.
but in a way, I'm kind of glad it happened the way it did, because I wouldn't have met you guys. I wouldn't have been offered this great opportunity to be a part of the Wraith Hunters. I wouldn't have, met all my other and still kept all my paranormal friends that are real friends connected with me. Like the minute, all that shit went down, one of them reached out to me and was like, hey, we want you on an investigation with us. Come out and investigate with us. So I got an invitation to go investigate a jail that
Oh wow.
we had been trying to get into, but they invited me to go as a guest because I was on my own now. So in a way, I kind of thank them for what they did because
Right.
Yep.
But they were batshit mad when you hosted a show as being on Paranormal Warehouse.
they were
Wow.
surprised that I was even able to do that because we went to go investigate Victoria Black Swan Inn, and Steven was like, hey, we want to run with you guys. Let's put a show on Paranormal Warehouse, an investigation of that night, live on air. And I was like, let me talk to them. And they're like, how'd you do that? And I'm like, I have friends. I talked to one of them, and one of them was like, hey, we want you. And what you're doing right now, you're getting really good evidence. Because we were just live on our Facebook. That was it. And Steven saw it, and Steven was like, that, they're getting good evidence. Like, I want that. And so I was like, yeah, let's go. And so they were kind of, I'm not going to lie, they were mad that I was able to get us on Paranormal Warehouse. Like, we had Daryl Martian watching us. And he was like, yo, your evidence you're getting is phenomenal. And they didn't, yes, they didn't like it too well. But
Wow.
that just shows all the blessings you get when you're genuine and you're who you really are. So
So true.
yeah, I remember. So last year I was on the all women's paranormal panel at Victoria Black Swan Inn for the Paranormal Fest, and it was them, another medium, me, and then another one. And after we did the whole paranormal woman panel, I met up with Pete, and Pete was like, so how did that feel? I said, what? He goes, sharing a stage with them. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was awkward as hell. Like, there's so many things I wanted to say, but I was like, you know what? We're gonna keep it classy. We ain't gonna do that.
Like a little dig here, a little dig there.
Yeah. It was weird. It was really weird. And even now, like people who don't keep up with paranormal, people who are just regular people who know me, they're like, "Hey, how's your girl team going?" And I'm like, "Oh, you haven't heard? It's been like a year since I haven't been a part of them. Well, what happened?
Right.
A funny story. I have to go into whole deets about what happened.
Donna, you alright?
You okay? She tapping into something she's supposed to.
From that, the case. Something with the neck, so it's been making her choke on stuff. Like when she's taking her medicines or eating.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see.
Oh,
You all right?
yeah, that's one I wasn't saying. I keep choking. Like I got pain all around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was
I give you a blast from the past.
this, Sydney.
Hold on. What's up? You
See
did
what
give me
I'm
a last
saying?
one past. That was
See what I
fun.
said? Did you
What?
see me? When I was,
Oh yeah.
and some reason I keep only today would be the third day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, swallowing my medicine. It's stupid. I keep choking.
You're letting it go finally. That's why.
No, it's not like that. Like literally pain through the back and through the neck.
That's a no bueno.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
No bueno.
I don't know. Whatever. Strangled, whatever. I don't know. But I'm not.
I forgot we did those shows, Steven. Shadows from the Other Side.
What is
And
it?
then I was also on Real Talk.
Oh,
Yeah, there was
what's
two
that?
shows that I did with Steven and
Are they talk shows or bigger than talk shows?
they were
Real.
podcasts like this.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's cool.
it was fun. Those were like one of the first podcasts I ever did. That was pretty fun.
Aw.
One of them I did with our really good friend Melinda. Yeah, that one was interesting. I think we only did like one show of that though.
and was that for about the team?
Huh?
Was that about the team?
No, this one was about. It was called Real Talk, and we just like. I don't remember what our first episode was about. Oh, so long ago. And then I went on one with me and Steven, and it was called Shadows from the Other Side, and we interviewed Dan LaFave, which is the owner of the Oak Park Hotel. That was the first time I ever met him. Was on that podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, those were also aired on Paranormal Warehouse.
Huh.
That was awesome. I remember I bragged about that. I was like, yo, I get to be on a podcast for Paranormal Warehouse. I thought I was big shit.
How long ago is this?
Like years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
And you were on with him?
Mm-hmm. And look, I'm still on with him. He used
Yeah,
to own
right?
Paralinux, and then Howard took over.
And you guys are still
Mhm.
on talking together.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
I mean, that's just what happens when you're real genuine and
Exactly.
you're real and you're not fake and you're not full of
Yep.
shit and you're not
And
an
you're
asshole.
still click, still
Mhm.
talking, and
Oh yeah.
that's cool.
Aw.
But yeah, to go back to the topic of what this original podcast was about. Yeah, so guys, whatever. See, this is why I wouldn't be able to have my own podcast because it'd go like 50 million different directions. So yeah, just be careful when you're channeling, and whether it be cold case or paranormal investigating, just gotta be careful. No matter how much protection you put up, no matter how much white light you put up, no matter how many guides you pull forward, there's always that one little slip where something can go in and get attached to you and cause harm, either physically, emotionally. So just be careful. Be very, very careful.
Yep.
Yep. Or get an attachment.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which I
Yep.
never thought. Well, I knew it could happen, but
You want your own show, dude? Go give me my own show. I'm telling you, it wouldn't end very well. It'd be all over the place.
That's okay. We go all over the place sometimes too.
Why do you think I'm part of the unholy trinity? Because I fit in perfect there. We're all over the place. We can't even stick to a topic like we did today. We can't even stick to. Ah. Funny.
how's Howard doing?
Well, last time I heard, he was constipated.
He is in the night.
From what the doctors are saying, what is he saying? Like, is he getting any better?
I don't know. Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before when we did the unholy trinity? He said that the doctor. He didn't really say much about what the doctor said. He just said that he was on a lot of pain meds.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I haven't talked to him today. I was supposed to do a podcast with his wife and Emmy, but Emmy got sick. She's still getting over
Oh,
COVID.
she's sick too?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
got COVID.
Yeah, she got
Oh,
COVID.
Yeah, she's still getting over that, and so we
They
decided to
might got
postpone.
over it real quick.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we decided to postpone Hey Boo because they were going to interview me and Esme. But we decided to postpone it until Emmy was better to do the interviews and stuff. So.
What do you mean interview, hon?
So Howard's wife and Emmy, they have a show called Hey Boo.
Uh-huh.
And, they were going to interview me and Esme and kind of get Esme's backstory
Oh,
and stuff like that. But
He's doing a little bit better. They're waiting for his TIAs to dissolve. He may be home in a few days.
oh, that's good.
wow.
We'll definitely keep
That's
praying for him.
awesome.
Definitely keep praying. Definitely keep sending some white light over to him.
Yep. I asked him, because I don't just do my healings. You guys know I heal, but
Yeah,
I just don't do them automatic like yours. I don't know what made me do that.
that was crazy.
I've never done that, especially in comments. But that's how we met.
Yeah,
And I never do that without permission. Never. But yours was, I don't know.
and it helped. It helped a lot.
Yeah. So I did contact Howard. And I said, Howard, do I have your permission, to send you spiritual energy healing?
Mm-hmm.
It's Native American way. It's not just prayers or anything like that. But I would need to know what the diagnosis is, so when I make the energy, what to hit.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give me a diagnosis. Like, I know the diabetes, I know his leg, but he didn't go into anything. And he just said, yes, you have permission. When I get home, he would call me. But I was wanting to try to do it now, not when he gets home.
Get it back go, but me and Howard are like brothers. We video chat on the toilet together.
Oh my God.
I was wanting to do the spiritual healing now, you know what I mean? To help him now, not wait till he got home.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? I don't know. He's on a lot of meds. I understand that. I don't know how to get a hold of his wife because he did give me permission. That's all I need. That's the law. I need permission to the Native way. If I know where to go, where to head, what I want it to do, then I could just send it.
Uh-huh. So her name is Jacqueline Fleming Petrie.
Jacqueline Fleming Petrie. Do you know what's wrong?
No, that's his wife's name.
Okay, so you don't know exactly what's wrong with him yourself.
Mm-mm.
No. Jacqueline Fleming.
Petrie.
Petrie.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how you can find her
Mhm.
on Facebook.
Okay. Hopefully she'll accept it and I can talk to her. I think she stays at the hospital with him too, right? Yeah, because he showed, he said, oh, that's Jackie over there sleeping.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was, at first I was saying to Kimmy, I said, I can't see Jackie at home, poor thing, by herself. But
Yeah.
then they got animals, so, or they could call and have somebody else do it.
Steven,
Yeah.
if you
I'm
want
not
to tell
sure.
me, I can let her know.
Huh?
Steven says he knows what's wrong with her.
I know
He's DKA. What's that?
what did he say?
Diabetic ketoacidosis. I'm not sure about the A thing. He sent it to me the other day.
What is DKA?
Ooh,
What's DKA that you know?
It's a unicorn.
diabetic ketoacidosis.
What, Sid?
So I have a bracelet, right? And it has a horseshoe for good luck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those are unicorns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I just noticed that. And
Yeah,
anyone
it's
who
good.
watches the Unholy Trinity knows that I'm always like, Charlie, you're the Danny Matthew, Charlie. And they're
Yeah.
unicorns. That's funny.
Unicorns and
Cuckoo.
that horseshoe is really good. That's a good luck. Good
Oh,
luck
yeah.
bracelet for sure. Yep.
Um,
You got any moon water? Put some
no, I
moon water.
have rainwater. Well, it's my son's rainwater because my son is as a weirdo like his mom.
Aw.
And it just rained here a couple of months back, and so he was
Uh-huh.
like, "Can we go get rainwater?" And I was like, "Okay." So he has rainwater. So
I used to love that when I was a kid. I used to love
Yeah,
playing
not
in
treated
the rain.
immediately. It's 100%
Yeah.
fatal. Yeah.
okay,
What is it?
ladies.
If not treated immediately, it's almost 100%
Yeah.
fatal.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
it
it's
can spread.
it's a complication where the body produces excess blood acids. The condition occurs when there isn't enough insulin in the body. It can be triggered by infection or other illnesses.
Yeah, that's actually how my stepmom passed away. She was
So
My
it's-
mom
she was
too.
diabetic, and she ended up getting an infection on her toe, and
So
so
is
they
his triggered
must-
because of that infection,
Mhm.
or did what triggered what?
I believe if I'm not correct, they were having trouble regulating his insulin. It would stay between
Yeah.
like 200 to 600, he said.
Yeah,
And so, which made him insulin. His body's not producing the insulin at all, and it's not absorbing the insulin when he takes it.
yeah.
So, of course, it starts putting infection in your body and affects
Oh,
your
so
organs.
that's what made the
Yeah.
infection in his leg
Yeah, it shuts
Yeah.
down your organs. Yeah, that's how my stepmom passed.
and shuts down your organs.
Yeah, and they can get like one little nick on your leg or
Yeah.
one little nick on your finger, and it
Yeah,
just turns into an ulcer and
yeah.
goes into your bloodstream. It can get into your bone.
Like
Yeah,
I said,
my
that's
mom.
what happened to my stepmom. She got an infection on her big toe, so they amputated her toes, like all her toes, and it was too late. The infection had spread to her bloodstream, and she passed away
He said it started only as an ulcer,
on his
which
leg.
is small on his leg, and
It spread.
yeah, but I heard somebody say yesterday, now it's both his legs.
I don't know, because I mean
Or
it
is it
spreads.
still
It
the
spreads really
one?
fast.
When you're talking about like
Steven.
one little dog scratch, one little.
Like any little nick.
Steven, is it still the one leg or is it two now?
Yeah, since I got since I had gotten diagnosed diabetic, my mom and my dad are like, don't cut yourself, don't hurt yourself, be very careful, make sure you're taking your medicine, make sure you get your insulin. Like they're telling me I need to stay on top of this thing.
When
Yeah, you
did you
do.
start this? Since your surgery?
When I had the tumor is what made me diabetic.
Are you kidding?
So they
There
think
was
with it being
secreting.
out that
It
it'll
was
go away?
secreting so well. That's what they thought. That once it was out, it was gonna, my A1C levels were gonna go back to normal. That everything was gonna
Yeah.
be good.
Oh, that's right. I remember you said that. They thought that when that was okay. I remember that now.
Yeah, but nope. They retested my A1C and it's still really high.
How high?
Wow.
How are you every day? How was your? Yeah, I'm
Uh,
glad he
Good.
finally got to the hospital in time.
yeah.
It
Stuff.
took
Howard's
all
stubborn.
of his. It took all of his.
It took all of us
screaming.
screaming at him.
Oh,
I'm okay.
yeah.
I mean, when I don't take my medicine, I feel it.
So, are you the ins? I know there's different kind of diabetics.
I'm type 2.
I don't know what that is though. I was gonna say, are you the type that have to watch your diet, or are you on insulin itself?
I'm on insulin. I'm on insulin and meds. I'm on both. So I'm on metformin and I'm on Ozempic
So you got to give yourself a shot
every Thursday.
and every what?
Every Thursday.
So only once a week.
Hmm.
And then what's the meds every day?
Every day.
What is that?
Take it
A pill?
twice a day. Hmm.
Twice a day?
2 pills twice a day.
2 pills twice a day.
Usually everyone has to take it at least once. 1 pill once a day. But mine is so bad to where I have to take 2 pills twice a day.
Wow.
God.
And if I don't, which like not yesterday, the day before, I didn't. Man, I was at work and I
You
felt like
felt
I was
it.
gonna fall over.
Yeah.
One of the other guys was like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, you look like you're gonna pass out." I said, "No, dude. Like, I'm gonna fall right here." And so he was like, "Go upstairs and eat something." So I went upstairs to our break room and I ate some food and I had a brownie, like a little small brownie, and I drank some water and I sat there for a little bit and I started to feel better. But yeah, if I'm not on top of my meds, it kills me.
Wow.
Can't you put like a little emergency pouch in your purse for just in case you forget?
I'm gonna start doing it just in case something happens.
Yeah, just in case you forget
Mhm.
and say, oh, that's why. And you can
Yeah.
take them.
Yeah.
God. This, I've been hearing this diabetic stuff, just one
Really?
leg, but he has
Yes.
clots in both legs.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
So that's a TI.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just one leg, but he has clots in 2 legs.
It's crazy.
Now, isn't there medication for these clots in the legs?
Yeah, they can give you.
I think that's what they were doing the other day in the hospital.
That's how my sister passed. They went to. She was in the hospital for 5 weeks. It was something else. ICU. With the tubes and everything, though. Not like, at least Howard, can speak,
Yeah.
thank God. She had the tubes and everything, and because she's a nurse, she would not let them knock her out. They did at first, and then when she awoke, she was fighting them. Do not knock me out. I don't know how she did it for 5 weeks. And I was here, she's in Florida when this happened. And then she kept telling my mom, get Donna here. Get Donna here. Because it was such a quick, and Florida tickets are cheap.
Yeah.
This ticket cost my mom $1,500 to get me there.
Oh wow.
Because it was a quick ticket. They're watching for terrorists and all this other stuff. You should have seen what I went through to get in that airport and everything. Putting me through a machine. X-raying me. Oh my God, it was
Yeah.
horrible.
You
Getting
feel
there, getting
violated by the
back.
time you leave the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I get there. I'm there for a week, and she was crying when I walked into the room because she's the oldest. I'm second to the baby, and she just started crying when I walked into the room. And the IC room there is all glass. And I kept turning the machines away from her. She's a nurse. And she kept getting mad and wanting them back so she can look at them. And I think that's the most awfulest thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I just stood with her the whole time I was there. I never left. Morning to night, I was with her until they kicked us out. I'd get sleep, go right back. And the whole time I was there, I just get this. Somebody asked me on one of the shows, do I get a smell when I know something's going to happen? Yeah, I do. And I said it on that show. That's when I started learning that smell was with my sister years back.
Oh wow, Stephen.
Wow.
So anyway, I stood with her every day. Then they said the family got together.
You saw
They
that too,
said
right?
she was gonna.
Yeah.
Huh?
It
What?
knocked you out.
It knocked
and
you
it picked
out.
up again.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it knocked you out. You were backstage and you shouldn't have been able to pop back up until I put
You
you back
got back up by yourself.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like
That's
how
crazy.
what the freak?
Charlie?
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen unless you click her to come back on. Wait, you just glitched now.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, it's Charlie.
Yo, I think it's time for us to call it quits.
Yeah.
Charlie's like, all
I'm
right,
getting
y'all guys
tired.
had enough fun already.
I got a live tomorrow. Cooking show tomorrow.
I know, I can't wait.
Making chili relano.
Chilerianos.
Chili relano. I can't say it like you.
Rellenos.
Well, I was just gonna say real
Rellenos.
quick. That was the first time that I knew I got that smell before, but I never clicked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got it.
Just from being sick, you know what?
And
that's
they said
like,
she was gonna make it. I was gonna go back there,
Feelings
stay
and love
there,
sense, Stephen.
take care of her, and just stay in Florida, take care of her. Put my little one in school out there. She just built a house. She had it built on a cul-de-sac. She only had it 2 weeks. Lived in it for 1 week and ended up in the hospital.
Wow.
And anyway, long story short, I had to
Night,
leave.
Brian. Night, Jeremy.
And my sister came in, pulling me by the arm, and I'm giving my sister kisses. Didn't want to leave, like gut and the smell. My gut was just like, ugh. And that smell was getting me. I just didn't want to leave. Frick off, Charlie. So, she didn't want me to leave, but I would have to sleep on the bench. I'm not sleeping with gators and everything out in Florida. So I said, I gotta leave. My sister's pulling me by the arm. And I said, I can't leave. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. She's like, Donna. I said, something is going to happen. Nobody would listen to me. So I ran in because she was pulling me so hard. You're going to miss your flight. I gave her another kiss, a big hug. I love you very much. Always remember that. Just always remember, I love you very much. I left. She passed away.
Oh, wow.
I smelt it. I felt it. I knew it. And afterwards, I told them, I told you all. I wanted to be there. I didn't want to leave. I knew it.
Good night, Steven.
Hi, Steven.
And it angers me to this day. I didn't care about no damn flight. I would have stood outside. I don't care.
Yeah.
But anyway. All right. Good night,
We shouldn't let them.
everybody. And thank you, Sydney, for helping host the show.
I
Thank you,
tried my
Sydney, for
best.
coming on.
Sorry we went off track.
No. Don't, no. I mean, the show was about that. And then, whatever. It was a good show. It was great. I loved it. Everybody loved it.
Well,
The-
anytime.
it
I'd be
was
happy to be
just-
on.
It was just only to get
Aw.
that thing out there for everybody to be careful.
Thank you, Steven.
Never know. And that was it.
Thank
You
you.
know, we went off track. That's fine. Not a big deal. We had a blast.
Yeah, we
And
did.
we're glitching
Yep.
like anything over here. I can see us all popping.
You're
Thank you so much for coming on. last
welcome. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate
Thanks for
it.
coming on.
I
Of
just
course,
need
anytime.
another psychic to, you know what I mean, to speak on it.
Yeah.
But I love you all. Kimmy, I'll call
Love
you.
y'all. Make
again.
sure to follow Texas Race Hunters. Make sure to follow
Yes.
Paralinks. And anybody who else is
Echoes
in
in
here,
the Wind.
Beyond Belief
Beyond
Paranormal.
Belief.
Let It Light Productions. Shaman Sundays. Make sure to Southern Mystic Paranormal, right, for you, Sydney?
Yes.
Okay. Think
And
we
your
hopefully we
own
remembered
Kimmy?
everybody.
Maybe
Huh?
your own Kimmy. Maybe your own.
Echoes in the
show.
Wind.
Yeah, Echoes in the Wind, Phantom Friends,
And Thursday.
and then Thursdays.
No, Wednesday. Wednesday's us.
Yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays cooking show, and Wednesdays when we decide to do another show. So
Yeah, and then Pete. You said Pete.
and then
right?
Pete, I said Beyond Belief Paranormal. We're live on there Thursdays at 7:30, 7
And then the
sometimes.
whole
but-
Unholy Trinity on Thursdays as well.
Let me see if I can do
Okay,
it.
are you really Thursdays?
I
Or is
think
it
I
Fridays?
think
Love
it's
everybody.
Fridays. Fridays.
Probably not gonna do it, but much love, everybody.
Much love.
Peace
Good
out.
night.
Night.
Bye.
I'll put y'all backstage.